We're on the road.
Some of the shopping stuff is bleeding over into actual gameplay, so I'm going to start up the stream. Even though we're missing some people still.
Oh, hey, there's a flask of holy water in here.
Yeah. Did you say that they had a bunch of gunpowder in this town?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the dwarves, they mine with explosives. You can buy bombs in the shop. So, there's some stuff I'm supposed to let you know about when you get to Sharvas. You've been here a while, but so basically it takes 10 hours for the Belamarash to be filled with crates and pallets stacked with obsidian. The ship's dwarves find the Marutak dwarves strange and inhospitable. And they don't understand even like 40% of what the Maratuk dwarves say. Their dialect is so thick and different from the dwarves of the Tablelands. The crew will ask to return to Bitterwell for shore leave rather than stay here. And Azran shrugs his shoulders and says, "Ah, well, have it your way." He says, "When the ship's loaded, we'll be out of here." And he says, "I'm going to go say goodbye to me nephew." And he heads over to talk to Trenbull. So Trenbull and Azran have been hanging out at the mansion. Let me bring up the map for the town.
Someone just turn on the TV. Can you all hear that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so... yeah, Trenbull and Azran, they're hanging out at the mansion there.
Just put it in chat, guys. We need to figure out a way for me to get that.
Alright, what do we got here? So... in the Discord, I'm going to show you the list of things that were not sold. Okay, so you didn't sell the hemp net. You didn't sell the necklace made of silt pearl, the fire drake trophy, the Salaxa slave color, the jewelry box, the copper flagon, the set of finely crafted silt silver goblets worth 200. You didn't sell the decorative shields, the large wooden round shields that are damaged, or the suit of fine bronze splint mail. And you didn't sell these miscellaneous items, the tome, which the tome is actually a spell book. You probably don't want to sell that. The finely woven Salaxa tapestry, the Salaxa rugs and carpets, and the bust of House Salaxa. Nobody is interested in that here. You know, just like sports teams, it's like you tried to walk into a town offering to sell a bunch of stuff promoting the rival sports team. This is an MK town, you understand? They don't want any of that Salaxa trash up in here, so nobody will buy those items, even though they are valuable art objects. You'll have to sell those elsewhere. And the bronze bracelet of Acid Bane, that didn't sell because it's a cursed item. They look at it and they're like, nah, nah, no thanks. I don't want to become an undead. Why are you trying to sell me something that's going to turn me into a ghoul? No thanks.
I want to use that armor credit if anyone has it. If anyone doesn't have a problem with it, I want to get. Well, I want to get the armor for half giant armor. And
Well,
I think it might be beneficial for the lava walker boots.
I need my share.
There's no share here. There's no money here. This is purely barter. That's the value of the items you're trying to get rid of,
Well,
compared to
didn't you
the
say
items
we
that
all
they have that you want to get.
Didn't you say that we all have 20 gold or something?
Correct. Each of you individually was given some coin from the things that already sold. This is just the items that did not sell yet, and there's a lot of
The
value
goblet-
left on the table.
The silver goblet haven't sold?
No.
If I go to the mayor,
If
I go to the mayor's mansion, he has money. Would he be interested in buying?
He actually spent most of his money because he was the buyer for all of your delicious rubbery meats.
Alright, well, we'll keep those.
He bought thousands
I have a question.
of ceramic pieces worth of meat from you, so he's tapped out. What's up?
After paying the gold bit, the Ripper claws are worth. It's an extra. Is it 38 or 380 ceramic pieces?
Okay, you need 2,338 ceramic pieces. That would be 233 silver, or it would be 23 gold. You see how the metric thing works? So it's like 10 and 10 and 10.
Oh, now I feel dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, then 30 more gold. Or ceramic.
Okay, so you bought those 2338
Yes.
plus. So now the Beastmaster has a decent amount of money, like 2,500.
Now, I want to also buy 2 of his ostriches.
2 of his wild Erdlu. All right. That'll be 1 silver piece each.
Wait, I'm confused.
Alright. I'm going to try to trade them with Giant so he can get back his special Erdlu, and I can get something else for him.
2 for 1 deal. The Giants won't know the difference.
The armorer, you said there's 50 decorative shields for 100 CP each, or 100 CP total?
It's a total.
And then there's 50 2 times large wooden round shields. I'm so confused about that.
Yeah, it's all the trash broken shit. Nobody wants it.
So okay, it's not in the no interest pile. Got you. That's confusing too.
Well, I mean, the armorer would buy it if he had money, but he doesn't.
Okay, so
He can repair those shields. He just can't afford to buy them from you.
Can he barter though, so he can buy his?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, any of the Maratuk dwarves here, if you barter with them, if you can talk them into exchanging an item that you have for items that they have, then that'll work out. They just don't have a lot of cash. They have, like, maybe 2 gold coins each, at most.
yeah, I thought the bronze footnote was party loot. I was confused.
It hasn't sold yet. It's still sitting there. Still in the party loot.
I'm confused because Chris said it's his.
Chris?
What?
I don't know. You hash this out. He's saying you've got a disagreement.
Was the bronze split mail party loot, or was that yours?
That's party loot. I don't need it.
Okay.
That's why it's on the
That's what I'm
table.
saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So, what I'm asking the party is, they have a problem with getting the barbarian leather armor.
No, I don't have a problem. Oh, but what I was saying is that the 20 gold and whatever silver that we were getting, I'm gonna need that share because I was buying stuff too.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I thought you already bought stuff.
Yeah, and I'm using that to pay it.
No, no one is stealing your 20 gold. That's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
one
that's
already
the
got
only
the
thing I
20
was saying.
All right, let me compare here. So you want the barbarian armor. It's light, right?
3150, yeah. Line 76.
3150.
I was gonna say what I was gonna tell the group is the Lava Walker armor boots.
3150. Okay, so you could put up your fine bronze splint mail, 5150, against this 3150, and that would actually leave 2,000 in your favor. Is there something else you want to get from the armor to make this a more fair deal?
The Lava Walker armor boots.
Okay, so then what line's that one on?
72.
72. All right, that's 1,800.
Does Prius have like a pet of any kind?
No.
Yeah, you can summon a fire elemental.
Yeah.
I mean, like an organism that pleads.
Like one that just stays around permanently? No.
No.
Hmm.
Now
What do
there's
you want?
another one here that I don't know if anyone saw, but it's called Shadow Weave Armor, Light Armor. That grants the wearer the ability to cast darkness once per day. That's pretty strong.
All right.
Saw that?
I'm going to mark those two as sold.
Cool. I'll put them on a card. No. There's a dark grass. Look in chat. I'll send it to you. Okay.
He's going to give you 2 gold as well.
We'll just so party loot.
Hmm. What
I got
shop
the
deals in
card already.
Esper weed?
I'm going to delete all of these cards. I'm just going to put them in a pile and delete them. Except for one, which I'm going to put the remaining items on.
The bronze armor's gone now.
Yes, that has been exchanged for lava boots and barbarian armor.
I'm gonna delete it off my card there.
Cool.
I
I got the
probably get rid of something like
the
crap.
lava boots. But like I said, guys, the lava boots. I'm not gonna keep those once we get done with this. I'll just put back in the party.
You're gonna
Hmm.
overstretch them with your giant feet.
They're magical.
Magic. Ooh.
Instead, I can walk on lava with them. They might come in handy for us.
All right. So this is the unsold loot as
Wait,
it stands
hang on.
right now.
I took back the card with
I needed to identify another
the
item.
silver goblets.
Okay. In that case, just if you're keeping it on a different card, take it off this one so you don't have a duplicate.
Yeah, where's I don't think it might not be there.
It's right there, right in the middle. A set of finely crafted silt silver goblets worth 200 GP.
Let's delete that. Necklace made, silk pearls. Oh, cool. 100 gold for the pearl necklace.
Yeah, it's valuable.
Holy shit! Where did that came from?
That was in that pile on.
The pirate ship, probably.
Damn! Wow. That is okay. We got some money when we get back to tier.
Yeah, you have a pile of treasure. It's just a hard place to sell it out in the middle of nowhere here with
Yeah,
a
exactly.
bunch of primitive dwarves that don't know the value of things.
Yeah, everybody think about like the magical item that you wish you could get, and
Did you guys see these elemental bracers though?
Hmm?
Yeah, you can cast Conjure Elemental once per day as an action,
Pretty cool.
making a DC 15 religion chest to an element. Give you an extra elemental a day if you don't have bracers already.
so I got Fire Drake Eyed on the card here, so that's being used right now.
Wasn't that used up for Long's armor?
Oh, it was used up the Fire Drake? hide?
Yeah, Fire Drake hide used up in the crafting.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yep.
just removed it off my card.
There's a ring of protection as well. Did anyone not get that ring of protection?
I don't have any rings. Does it need attunement?
There's a ring of it's 1 AC and +1 saving throw.
very handy common item. You might want to buy it.
There's also an amulet of fire resistance. Will it give you fire resistance?
I was saying you should get the Psionic Headband because it gives you a +2 bonus to Intelligence, Charisma, and Wisdom skill checks related to psionics, including the rolls to train new psionic talents. So you put that on whenever you're training, and you get bonuses on your checks.
You can trade the necklace of silk pearls for the psionic headband straight up. I can't wear it with my circle of intelligence, but somebody else could wear a psionic headband if they don't have a piece of headgear. Specifically, a psionic person.
I can attach one more item with attunement on me. I only have 3. But I have a thing that gives me an extra attunement slot as well, so I can actually have more.
This isn't an attunement slot at all. It's a non-attunement.
The headband thing?
Yeah. It's a headband. It takes up your head slot.
I don't know if I have a helmet.
What?
I have goggles.
Goggles take up your eye slot.
Then I have no helmet or head slot.
I do have a helmet.
If you don't have a head slot, a psionic headband would be helpful if you do any intelligence, charisma, or wisdom skill checks related to psionics. Do you use your psionics for any kind of intelligence, charisma, or wisdom skill checks?
Besides the training, no.
Tara, what do you
Well, I
have?
wish I'd noticed this before. Now I feel like a clown.
Which one?
Tara,
The headband?
Bring it, elephant gear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, like, there's a temple here. You guys didn't really say, hey, let's go to the temple and talk to the priests. Like, so that hasn't happened yet.
Tara,
Oh.
what do you have on your head?
Huh?
Wig.
Skull.
Who's tapping the punch?
Is it magical?
Hang on. I have the Mask of Comfort.
Yeah, you could wear a headband and a mask at the same time.
The mask takes up your face slot, right?
And then the headband's on your head slot.
It says the mask takes up the head slot.
Nah, I'd let you wear both.
All right then.
I got dark vision.
Can we
Yeah.
get the psionic head? Can we trade the necklace made of silk pearl for the psionic headband for Taro?
Sells for half. Only covers half the cost of it.
Oh. I thought it's silk pearls. Can we take it apart and it would be worth 100 GP?
Nah. Not this one. This one is a straight up crafted item. Can't be broken up into individual bits. If it had like a socketed gem, you could.
Alright, so 101.
Ninja.
Yeah.
When we go back to tier, are you gonna be changing the entire sheet, or?
I already have.
Oh, cool. I gotta take a look at that.
Well, you're not there yet. It might be a little bit metagamey if you go looking at the things for sale in a town on the other side of the planet. Rest assured, I have updated it a bit in the meantime, for when you do eventually go back.
I think you're interested in it. I don't know that anyone took it.
Nope, no one's taking it yet.
Yeah, it's all yours, man.
Talk to Chris, because Chris took back the silver goblets. We'd have to have those back.
They're not buying them.
Well, see, he wants to trade them for the very expensive headband.
We'll need both of them, I don't think.
Are they gonna take that?
They would exchange the silver goblets for the headband.
Both?
Yeah, like the silver goblet set was worth exactly what the headband sells for.
For 200 gold?
Yeah,
It's 100 gold.
sell for half.
Selling things halves the prices because screw you, player Skyrim.
Even like goblets or something like that?
Yeah, the other option is to melt it down into a silver ingot.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and sell it sell the gold, like sell the actual silver bars.
Is there a blacksmith
Will that
for
make
the-
it worth more?
Is it gonna be? It's gonna be worth the same?
As like a raw metal, it's probably worth the same amount. I'm
Yeah,
not
So let's.
I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to do some research on it.
I just say we go to a blacksmith, pay him like a copper, and
That sort of thing is usually good if you want to like make items out of it. Like if you find a bunch of broken iron swords,
Yeah.
that's still a good treasure because you can make iron, like valuable iron equipment out of it by reforging it. In the same way,
silver blade.
you could take the silver from these cups and you could have all of that silver applied to your weapons, and then all of your weapons get the silvered property, which is effective against certain undead.
That'd be cool.
I remembered something. I have a bunch of iron items.
Well, like the party found a huge pile of like iron weapons on that pirate ship on the way out here, so you're just hanging on to a bunch of it. It's on a card somewhere.
Oh, okay. Well, deal with that in a moment. So we're just melting down the
No, you're talking
goblets
about
and junk.
this one, the pirate loot.
Yeah.
2 masterwork, flint cutlasses, rare exotic spices, set of shackles and chains.
I think I want to get rid of 2 of my items because we don't really deal with cold damage that often, and both of them just deal with cold damage. One of them is for like combat cold damage, the other one's just for like marching through the cold damage.
Yeah, we don't really need it so much because I can still cook that food that protects us against the cold.
So, how much are the goblets broken down?
200 gold.
It's a little worth 200. You can sell it for 100.
If we melt it in the bar.
Does melting them,
If you melted the
does
bars,
melting them down make a difference?
Not that I know of.
Wait, I'm confused now.
I'm saying I do not know. You're asking me questions I cannot answer.
There's nothing really in Charvas that's interesting that says it requires attunement.
So, in character, I'm gonna go over to that wind temple
Okay.
that I noticed.
You approach the Temple of the Four Elements, as it's known here in the Maratuk village.
I'll go with you if you don't mind.
Sure. So long as you promise not to burn down the water cleric area.
No, I'm in my diplomatic moonset.
Okay, so the temple is run by 4 dwarves: Thrain Thunderbeard, Kelda Iceweaver, Krogar Stonefist, and Bror Stoneheart. These 4 dwarves, they're very pious and very reverent of nature. This whole place has the air of sort of a druidic area where everything is elemental in nature. And the water's very clean. The stones are all carefully organized in little reflective rock gardens of sand and rock. And there's like an airiness. The open windows allow a breeze to pass through. It creates little dust devils of wind in the environment. And then there's braziers that are burning at all times. So it has like all of the accoutrements of all 4 of the elements, and all of the dwarves seem to be acting in harmony, which is a little bit weird to see 4 clerics from 4 different denominations all working together. But they all seem to share a love of nature and caring for the planet. So they just...
Who's your character, Tara?
When you come in, Thrain is going to say, "Ah, travelers! Travelers, have you heard the tales of the airship traveling the skies in the region? I'm so curious to learn about it."
Yeah, we met the cleric.
Oh, that.
You
The lady cleric
met.
That was, yeah.
Tell me all about it.
Oh, told her the tales and the feast that we had. The nice herbs that we were smoking as well. Yeah, and the clouds that I was floating on for a while.
They've actually met Takana, the air cleric. And when you say it was that person that they've met before, they're surprised that the legend of the airship ties back to this weird traveler. Oh, she was sharp as a wit, that one. Too smart for her own good. And airheaded as well, constantly changing topic. I couldn't follow what she was saying, but she seemed quite creative.
Indeed,
Oh, yeah.
she was. She's invented flight. You know,
Magical
without
flights,
magic.
yeah.
Hey guys.
What's up?
Oh,
Hopefully my computer can
Hello.
Welcome to the party.
Hopefully as well.
Soul shows up on the scene. Still hanging out at the bar, I assume. There's other clerics here. There's, Kilda Iceweaver, the water cleric. She's eyeing Grimorn with a little air of suspicion.
I just watch between them while eating a bag of popcorn.
do I perceive that?
Yeah, probably.
I trigger my power of flames, and I start glowing and smoking.
Fireball.
Okay,
Eating popcorn intensifies.
the dwarf Brewer Stoneheart steps in between the two of you and says, "Ah, brother! Brother in flames!" And he also begins creating fire and juggling it in the air and singing in Dwarven, and you can't really follow any of his words. His accent's so thick.
Oh, don't worry. I'm just trying to trigger her a little bit.
Do you know anything of crafting? Crafting of weapons of steel and iron and copper.
Do I know of, or do I know someone?
No, he's asking you personally.
No, but we were in a town where I met quite crafted, a very, very good blacksmith that is going to be working for us at the Shrine of Tyr, and I show him the copper hawk hatchet.
Copper hawk hatchet. Very nice.
I disconnected.
The one from the fire priest, the hermit,
Yeah,
right?
it's on my desk. It's like on an angle.
He's very impressed. An artifact of flame. He says, I've been trying to make something much like it myself. It's gonna make it for our great leader Tremble. 'Twas to be his special weapon, his proof that he runs this town. It's gonna be my greatest work, my masterwork, but I just don't have enough material, scraping together enough iron to craft it out here. It's a difficult task. If you could help me acquire some iron, I'd be ever so thankful.
How much do you need?
He needs enough to make a long sword.
What do we have in our pile?
This is very fun. I like their personalities, but it does come across very NPC when they go, "Hello, person I've never met before. I'm a bit sad. I have this incredible problem. If only you could help me with it."
They
Well,
say
it's-
that as they're walking into a wall. Hello,
Hey.
stranger.
This place is really in the middle of nowhere on the far frontier, so to get iron all the way from the mines of
Okay.
Tyr out to here is difficult, and it never happens. So
Well,
if you show
ask
up with iron, they'd like to
I
buy it.
ask
We
Morg
have some iron
and
chains.
I ask Morg and I ask
We do. We have iron chains right here.
yeah, I asked what's your name of your character?
You didn't come with us to the temple. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I did. I said I wanted to watch Grimorn be diplomatic with the water
Oh.
priest, so I was munching
You have-
popcorn.
Are you talking about
So-
ringside Chris?
Oh. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
You guys would know this that we had in the party loot, but we have 5 Sylaxa slave collars
No, I know that.
and 5 iron manacles.
Well-
We know.
I ask
No.
ringside. I ask Morg. Do you think that the group wouldn't mind if we donated some of our treasures to To the Church of Fire here.
What kind of item?
If they're fine with what you,
What?
if they're fine with literally everything else you've ever done, I think this will be okay.
So there were a bunch of metal weapons on that that pirate ship. Not the one where you fought the pirates, but the ancient one that you found
Yeah.
like before that. That had a bunch of metal weapons on it. So if you use one of those metal weapons, if you give it to him, you know, he'll be able to complete crafting the weapon for Trenbull.
Yeah, I'll donate. I would donate that.
Where are those? Where's that?
I look to the water cleric and I'm like, did you also want something?
The water cleric is going to tell you, I've had a terrible headache for so long now. It's been crippling, and I can barely cast my magics and use my psionics. And if you could find what's causing this and cleanse the world of this corruption, this evil that's spiking my brain, I'd be ever so thankful.
Does anyone know where the card?
Oh, that reminds me. I had something.
All the loot from the pirate
And I
ship.
pull out that. I wanted. Wait, what is it called? What was the crescent blade again? The teardrop something or other.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Are you talking about the pirate blade thing, the captain one?
No, it's some frost blade.
Oh, the sickle. The sickle blade thing. The
Yeah,
ice. It's on the different table, I think. I can't find the card on that.
Hmm.
Yeah, we had it somewhere.
A frosty weapon?
Yeah, it's like a curved weapon that came from the undead priest, the cleric that was under the sill.
I thought you sacrificed that.
No, it was the armor.
No,
I
that was the
sacrificed.
armor.
Oh, so you kept the half moon blade.
Yes, because we didn't
Yes.
have it identified yet.
Oh, interesting. You gonna show off the half moon blade to the priest Kelda?
Yeah,
I'm
gonna
not,
see
but if
it
he
in
wants
this.
to, yeah.
Let's see here.
Yes.
Where is it?
I want to fight the Eurokites. Dude.
Let us
I
be
will-
properly prepared.
I'm gonna donate one of the iron weapon to the fire cleric.
All right, he's going to use it. He's going to call in some other dwarves, and they're all going to like they're putting on a musical performance almost. There's like 8 dwarves standing in a circle around the sword being crafted, and they're all hitting it with their hammers, but they're doing it in quick unison. So one hammer falls, and then another, and another, and another, and it just goes around in a circle like clockwork. And they do this for like a solid minute.
Their Lord of
Emoji.
the Ringsing.
And after this resounding musical performance of smithing, the weapon is crafted. And he's going to hold it aloft in the gleaming, flaming weapon, blessed by fire, and bearing the sigil of House Al-Ramki, Trenbull's house. He's going to sheath it, and he's going to have a big smile on his face and say, "Ah, this is me focus, crafting the greatest weapons." And he seems really happy with himself, like he's done something momentous. And he's going to run out the door to take it to Trenbull, the mansion to the east.
Okay. That's in
Did
the
you just
symbol.
run off with your weapon?
No, that's not mine.
Wait, hello?
Yeah, the fire priest has run out the door.
We're just here.
Did people top time anyone else, or was it just me?
Just you. And your audio is a little robotic. You might be having some internet difficulties.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Is it getting better, or am I still robotic?
It's getting better.
All right.
Much
They just
better.
messed this with me. I fucking hate this, man.
So I'm gonna give the water cleric the icicle. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna call it that now.
Hey, why don't you try to sell it to her?
Well, not like just giving it. I'm just showing it to her, not like just gifting it.
What to say?
To see if like she wants it.
Yeah, she's gonna take a look at it and inspect it. At first she's like, "Ah, there's a curse upon it." But wait.
It's not the worst of the curses.
I forgot what the curse actually does.
You take, I think you take damage or something like that over time, but it's only when you're using it.
All right. So it seems as if it makes you thirsty.
Oh yeah.
It makes you very thirsty.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem for a water cleric.
A dangerous cursed item to be sure. If you run out of water, it could hasten your death. But despite that, it is an artifact of the water, a religious thing. She likes it a lot.
We found it on some guy who turned into an evil silk monster thing.
Oh, it was the defiled water cleric, one of those that became undead creature.
Anywho, I am willing to give you this, and yeah, also deal with the problem of the psionics, but I would like something in return that doesn't specifically have to come from you.
As a humble priest, I have little to offer, but the robes of my office or the weapon I wield. Name it though. Name your price. I'll exchange it for this item.
Get some holy water.
I'm trying to use her as an intermediary for Windman to see if Windman has anything that I want.
Oh.
Begin proselytizing the winged elephant.
Well, the water priest will explain that as a shared congregation, we might be able to have something that benefits one part of the church, benefit the rest of the church. So maybe you could use this in exchange for something that you want from my friend, Thrain Thunderbeard over there.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
so
shit.
go with Thunderbeard. What he got.
Okay, so Kelda is going to go over to Thrain and say, "Thrain, my friend, look at this! Look at this spectacular example of an ancient water priest artifact." And Thrain, with his tousled beard and his wild eyes and his hair that constantly seems to have too much static in it, he's gonna look over it with curiosity, and he's going to do an Arcana test on it and an Identify, and he goes and talks at length about the antiquity of it and how many thousands of years old it is, and the curiosity of the cultural differences of prior crafting methods of earlier times compared to the modern day. You don't see a half-moon blade like this these days. Must have required a specialist fighting style.
He's much more historically minded than I would have expected from the Wind Cleric, and exactly as historically minded as I would have expected from the Dwarf.
Yes, yes. He says, "Well, I mean, I guess I could help you out if you really want the thing." And you say they only want something from my stock here. What did you want, sir?
He wants that carpet.
What do you got?
Well, you can see all that I own is here before you. The boots,
I'm trying
the
not to
crossbow,
pull the metagame.
the wand, and the carpet.
Do I notice the elephant symbol on any of it?
Oh, it's quite obvious that the carpet has a big winged elephant sigil on it.
Huh.
It's a huge carpet, 6 by 9, with an enormous representation of the winged elephant. The priest will say that this is handed down throughout the generations. It seems to have some enchantment that makes it impervious to the ravages of time and insects. And so it's stood the test of time for these many centuries, although the blasted thing is cursed and doesn't quite operate as intended.
Oh, What is the problem?
Oh, well, many a flying carpet responds to a keyword, a magical keyword like fly carpet or, whatever it might be. This carpet has a mind of its own, though. So the word that might work today won't work tomorrow. Such an unreliable thing.
And now we're supposed to figure out what the word is.
Your guess is as good as mine. For these many years, I've let it sit upon my floor here as a decoration to be trod upon and not to fly through the skies.
It's a carpet of flying for the winged elephant specifically. This air element, this air cleric is not of the winged elephant. So
I-
except-
Yeah,
try
we
to-
don't know that.
Touch the carpet, I guess. I don't know how to make it function. I guess I'll just stand on it and hope something happens.
You sense something from it, like a mind, like a sentience.
Oh, it's got a brain in there. A
it's-
very thinly spread brain.
Try communicating with its mind.
Telepathy go.
Okay, you can communicate with the carpet. Although it doesn't speak language, you do get senses of, what would you call it, like desire from it. Like it has wants and needs and a personality, but it doesn't necessarily say anything. It's a like a carpet from the Aladdin cartoon where it moves around and does stuff, but it doesn't have a voice of its own.
Do a religion test on it.
Yes, you should make a religion test. Go ahead. DC 20, though.
Frickin' hell.
So
Let me see, I can maybe assist you.
I asked for help before I do this.
I'll give you
Like
guidance.
a guidance spell.
There you go.
I will.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'll
He is
give you
probably
guidance.
with you. Give me bardic inspiration. Off.
You in here,
He's
Sil?
not there. He's not there.
See ya.
He's not with us though.
Hello?
Well, where's he at?
They're asking you for bardic inspiration. You gonna help them out?
He's at the bar.
Am I?
We were at the bar last game. And we're still all still at the bar.
Crap, I can't roll.
Well, then
I
you guys
can't
go
get
to
into
the
the room
temple?
right now.
Oh, I should have rolled.
Yes.
You guys aren't. Wait, are you at the bar?
I got a 27 on my religion.
They just decided to go to the Temple of the Four Elements and talk to the elemental dwarves.
Oh, okay.
Ninja.
Yeah.
I got a 27 on my religion check.
Well, you weren't the one making the test, but you could roll to help?
Yeah.
Okay, so that gives him advantage.
Yeah, but I should have just rolled for it.
Can you please roll for me? Because I cannot currently open the.
Alright. Who wants to roll for him?
Sure.
Well, my computer just turned off and won't turn back on. That's great.
God damn it. I was having that problem earlier this week. It took me forever to debug it.
Okay,
So
so
what's your modifier?
you get guidance. What's your mod?
There's there's a command, like you go down to your taskbar and you type in CMD, and then you it'll have like the option command pop up. You want to right click on it and say run as administrator, and then you have to run this thing. I think it's like sfc.exe, and then you run that, and it checks all of your Windows files. And then if anything is like not correct, it'll repair them if it can. So like if something is causing your computer to crash that's software based, that's happening in your operating system, that should fix it.
Cheryl,
What's your-
modifier?
What's your modifier?
6.
For religion?
Yes, although I think I have an item that enhances the chances of that.
No,
I don't know. Let's just see what happens.
Plus a 4?
it did not work.
Oh, I rolled separately from you.
Well, he has advantage.
And D8.
If your computer's not booting, you might need to boot it into safe mode.
27.
Safe mode? What's that?
When you go to start your computer, it usually says like you can press like F8 or sometimes it's F9 or something, but it'll say like press this button, and then it'll have some options where you can boot it into safe mode, where it loads up. If you boot it into safe mode with networking, you'll still have internet access, but it won't load most of the stuff. That way, whatever's crashing it's less likely to happen. And
I mean, like when it turned off, I mean, like the power button is unresponsive. It's just completely.
oh, that's not good at all. Power supply died?
You got a 27.
It's constantly. Nope.
Hang on, let's fix these.
If it doesn't boot at all, your power supply probably died.
God damn it.
It's pretty common. My power supply has died a couple
Is it a
times.
laptop or desktop?
It's a laptop, not a computer.
Yeah, there could be a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't know laptops as much as desktops, so I could
Pull
be
the
wrong.
battery out. Pull the battery out completely and just plug it into the wall.
Yeah, try to.
Sean,
Yeah,
what's-
no, the battery could be dead.
True.
Pull the battery out and plug it in.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm
give it a
saying,
try.
like, plug it into the wall with no battery. Period.
Plug the laptop in, not the battery.
Yeah, put your
Plug
tongue
the
on the
battery
true piece of
into
metal.
your charger.
I'm sorry. I forgot I'm doing.
Remove the battery from the laptop. Now turn on your laptop.
You don't need a battery for a laptop.
It is a joke. Did you remove the battery and then plugged in the battery and not the laptop?
Okay. So you succeeded, right? On the religion check?
Yep, Taro succeeded with a 27.
Okay, so you develop a rapport, a telepathic rapport with the winged elephant carpet by conveying that you are a member of the winged elephant religion. It opens up to you and reveals to you today's command word. So for one day and one day only, you can command the flying carpet.
So every day you just gotta make a religion test when you know the magic carpet is working.
Well, it's a willful carpet, so at this point it'll probably stay in your good graces. But like if you angered it or pissed it off in some way, then it might like change the password and start ignoring you.
It's a big carpet, huh?
It's
Writing his Terax instead of writing the carpet.
it's a diva carpet. If it doesn't like you, it's not going to give you the password.
So it's a big carpet,
What's
huh?
today's password?
Today's password is
Arcanum.
Cloud Ray.
So,
It's
I
a
have
big
a question.
it's a
I have
big carpet,
question
huh?
to Taro.
It is the largest size of flying carpet. It is 6 foot wide, 9 feet long. It can carry 800 pounds and it flies 30 feet.
Oh, I jump right on it. It's like, let's take it for a ride.
You don't know if it worked yet. And say the word. Well, actually, I just did say the word.
Okay, you have to steer the thing telepathically. You have to use your mind.
Make it move.
It can just go where it feels like for now.
Yeah, all right. Well, it'll hover. It'll fly around.
Woo!
I have a question out of character for Taro. That thing's
Yes.
Thing's gonna be 100 gold. How much was he offering you for this sword? How much was the value of the sword?
I'm trying to. Oh wait, that sword. I don't know. How much does he want for it? Since he can't make it do anything, and I gave them the. Or
It's
I am
100.
giving them the water sickle thing.
The Crescent Moonblade is worth 8,740.
CP?
Yeah.
And all this
No,
iron that we give to the fire cleric must be worth something too, no?
So you would have gotten like 4,000 and change for the sword if you sold it, and he's getting rid of a carpet that he considers cursed that doesn't function, so he sold it for half of its original value. So
Okay.
pretty close to parity, 4,000-ish to 5,000-ish.
We
We'll
need a
take-
persuasion.
We'll
We need a
take
persuasion from
we'll take
Sia.
we'll take this off of your hand if you don't mind,
Persuasion from Sia.
and you'll get away with the gifts that we given you.
I mean, it's a barter. There's not really any advantage you can gain by persuading them.
I'm not trying.
There's no money changing hands, so
Okay.
minor percentages wouldn't help.
He also has
Well,
Windwalker boots. Taro.
okay, hang on. Wait, stop.
Oh.
Well, actually, that's a good idea. But still, what are they? what's the current equivalency right now? How far are they to giving us this thing with the favors and the sickle being given to them?
Oh, I assumed the trade was already made.
Yeah, we get it.
I mean, Krius is already riding your carpet.
Yeah, it's like I'm like
He broke
surfing
it,
on
you
your
bought it.
carpet right now.
He broke me about it.
Woohoo!
Okay, so I'll just
Got way to
subtract
shoot some
the sickle.
fireball from this thing.
I will take the carpet, and then they can have the sickle, and what with everything else that happened, that's enough then?
You can already sit on my back and shoot fireballs all.
Wait,
Yeah, drop
fireballs
on.
off of me.
Taro, there's also Windwalker boots that he has too.
Hey, Morg, if you become one of those wind elements, do you think that thing is gonna fly faster?
There's boots.
Oh
that
no,
are
I fly way
power of the
faster than
wind.
that magic carpet.
Yeah, you help us push it, you know?
10 minutes
It
of fly
allows
per
you to
day.
Fly
Pretty handy.
today.
And would we be able to... I don't know... I know we're not counting smaller percentages, but I'm not sure how much the various built-up favors of the magic item, like, went into the trade that I could just also grab the boost too.
Your sword was worth less than the carpet, so if anything, you would owe them money.
It's a new deal. It's a new deal. It's a whole new deal.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
But you do have
We got
you do have some stuff. that
Listen,
you can
Ringside.
trade in.
Listen, Ringside, I have a dream. And my dream is to surprise these Hurkite from the sky with a fireball.
That dream will
kind of
will
already-
soon realized. By the way, I used my scrying mini mirror, my new mini mirror that I just got for
Oh, would he
10 gold pieces. I want to scry on them on the go.
would he take the necklace of Silk Pearl for the Windwalker boots?
Hmm.
I don't really want the boots though.
No, you don't want the flying boots.
Flying boots
No,
are
I
cool.
already have a flying animal, and a flying carpet, and a flying tattoo.
I'll take the flying boots.
It would be an acceptable trade, yeah.
I'll take the flying boots if you don't want them.
I don't understand what's going on here. There's a priest of the wind, and he's like, "Yeah, I can fly on my own without my animals."
He already has multiple ways to fly, so...
I'll take the flying boots.
You know, just in
Alright.
case I fall off my
Um,
animal.
I
Or
can
the
call my
carpet.
carpet to save me.
Where's
Use
it?
my shoes.
Where's the
Yeah,
Skywheel?
we're gonna trade this Silk Pearl necklace for the.
Skywell's here, but he's muted. I don't know what the deal is. You hear Skywell? Maybe he's got company over or something.
No, you're
Yeah,
muted.
No,
You're
he-
muted. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Can you...
I was just,
Okay, I can hear you
Yeah.
now. Hang on.
so, okay. So, I did put a
Um,
post in chat about the different things that I'm
I did have
interested
something
in.
else to do.
Ooh, he
Oh.
wants the diving hood. That's a good
Do
one.
you not hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
Okay.
just a second there, like
You want to swim in silt? But I'm
Yeah.
still kind of confused because isn't silt's like sand, right? It's opaque. How do you see through it even if you can breathe through it?
You can't.
You can't, but since I have that body equilibrium, and we can discuss about what that actually allows me to do. whether-
Nothing.
I mean,
I actually posted a big write-up about it the other day. Basically, what you were doing the other day is completely not possible. You go into the silt, you're just done. Like, if you go under the silt, even if you have a sandstorm mask on, it does not protect you. You begin suffocating immediately.
The silt might as well just be magical for all it matters, because it just does whatever it needs to do to make it so you don't go in, because screw you.
Yeah, that's exactly what it says. The silt is magical. It doesn't follow
okay.
actual physics.
well,
I wish it was more clear about that.
So
Glowing
my
magic.
point being, the diving hood gets around that. If you have the diving hood on, what you've been doing is perfectly legal.
okay, fine.
Oh wait, I forgot something. I have this thing, the Hemp's Cleric Vestments, which I don't want because I don't wear armor anyway.
Vestment is an outfit. It doesn't count as armor.
Well, I can't use armor.
I know it
It's not
does
armor
not
at
count
all.
as armor. It's clothing.
It's like underwear.
Anybody can wear clothing. It doesn't require proficiency.
What it does is allows me to ignore dexterity limits of armor, but I still can't, like, use armor anyway.
Yeah. So what you should do is you should give that to somebody who wants to wear like plate armor and still have a dex bonus.
Okay,
Hmm.
But-
Eh,
That's nice.
until someone of that caliber is revealed, actually, wait, okay. I was gonna say something beforehand. Does he have any other winged elephant stuff?
Okay. You inspect all of his gear carefully, and you find that the flute is also an artifact of the winged elephant. It's not exactly a suited item for you. It's not really a cleric's item. It would probably suit Soul a lot better as a musical instrument, but it does have the same features of a artifact of the winged elephant, where if you do a religion test on it, maybe you could do something to benefit your religion through that item.
I don't really want to use it, but there's a magic temple full of skeletons who would want it. So, I still want it anyway.
So this is a situation where it's too bad that C is unable to get his computer to work to get on here, because like basically, as a bard, he can use all those like special bardic musical instruments, and even though he's not religious, you could combine his skill and your religion test to get like a religious effect out of it. So it could be used to spread your religion through music and song.
So give me a second,
Okay,
Tara, just to
I'm
paint you a picture real quick. You have thousands of people throughout the world. There's at least one bard who follows your religion somewhere. Just saying. You could eventually give this would be a very valuable thing for him, specifically. Or, or, like he was saying with our bard that exists in our party who isn't religious, if you are doing a religious ceremony and he is assisting you while playing a artifact of your religion, that's some advantage right there.
Indeed. Hence, I want it very much. So,
Cool.
all right. Does anyone get good dexterity and also wears armor?
Orin?
yes, I was responding to the stuff that we were talking about, and I was going to try and get a word in about.
Does his armor get in the way?
You hear me,
Wait,
Taro?
can you use metal armor? Is that allowed?
Tara,
Taro,
you can't
You're
hear me?
talking over him.
Should be able to.
Pardon?
Oh, you
You're
can't hear me,
talking
Taro?
over him.
No.
I don't think Taro can hear me.
I didn't hear him say anything.
Do you have him muted, Taro? Did you mute Skywell?
I don't think so. No.
You can't hear me, can you, Taro?
Because he's been talking at you, and
Raise his volume if you can, so you can hear him.
It's at the maximum.
Hello, Taro. Taro, can you hear me?
His dexterity is maximum, but I don't think Skywell wears heavy armor though. He's a rogue.
Let's try this again.
Hello, can you hear me, Taro?
Long, Mike.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Okay, because it was just like over and over again. But it's not your fault. It's not your fault. So, yes, I have dex. I have armor already. It is some cloud leather armor that is resistant against defiler magics. I did see some armors in there that were interesting, but mostly what I was interested in is the issue with using the silt mechanic. Now, I will go ahead and write further with Ninja about this whole mechanic business. Obviously, at any rate, DM's always right. I just have some questions that I would hope to clarify. However, getting around all of that could be just me buying the hood and or the tunic. So, to address those points, is that something that I can go ahead and do now? Did you see what I wrote about my shopping list?
yeah, you want to buy a bunch of things. Do you have money?
I got some money.
We got
Um,
some money in the group.
I'm not going to buy all those things. Those just all the things that I'm interested in. But I have to do, as you said, it was
Barter.
barter, and so it's not anything that was part of the party stuff. It's just things that I already have on my person. Yes.
Well, the party has this pile of loot that's on this card here that they're trying to get rid of. Unfortunately, none of these is clothing. From the clothing store, you'd probably have to put money down. Do you have 10 gold?
Yes.
All right, you can buy the diving hood for 10 gold.
He wants something off the accessory list, by the way.
I do.
That is, the necklace could be traded for.
Mhm.
If they're not getting this one over. Anyways, he wants the ring of protection, which would leave him with 1350 worth of credit.
For what now?
He wants the ring of protection.
Yes.
Credit from where? What?
From the necklace made of silk pearl worth 100 GP.
No, that was already sold.
When was that sold?
A few minutes ago.
We
Oh,
didn't
well,
buy the Windwalker boots.
If somebody else has it, that's okay too.
They didn't. Taro said he didn't need the Windwalker boots.
Doesn't matter, they were already bought. He didn't buy them, but somebody did.
And we just asked for it back.
I think Krios was like, let's get those.
Was that?
The Wayne boots? You have those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you wanted them, Warren?
No, he's trying to
No.
use the money for it.
No, that's not what I'm
Yeah,
trying to buy.
we're getting confused.
No, the ring of protection.
Yeah.
Is
I
there
know.
only one ring of protection available?
Yes.
Okay, listen. He wants an item. We spent money that wasn't expected to be spent by accident. That he wants to use to get the item.
Okay, so currently if you want the Ring of Protection, it's 3650 and you have 1677.5 credit that you could give to the accessory person, so you'd have to give him some coin.
Okay.
Hold on. I got something. Hold on. Because I just got something from somebody else up here. Where's it at? I got a Medallion of Thought. I can throw it to the pile.
3650.
Medallion of Thought
some
is
metals.
worth
You got
it's three.
1677.5.
Medallion of Thought is 3000 CP, so sell for 150, 1500 CP. That'll get him closer to where he needs to be.
If you throw that item in, you need 100 and something. Hang on. Let me total these up.
That might put him close enough that they'll be willing to do the murder.
It's okay. You don't have to put all this up.
No, I just got stuff. I'm good. Like I'm okay with throwing that in. I just bought stuff with party loot.
Okay. 472 ceramic pieces. 0.5. 472.5 is what I would need.
Can I use coin on this or no?
You got 4
Okay.
gold and 72 ceramic?
Sure do.
All right.
Okay, not marking that off now.
4 gold, 72 ceramic, 5 bits. And your item is purchased. So that's the Ring of Protection is sold.
Okay, you said 72 copper. You said ceramic
72 ceramic pieces, 5 bits.
on it. Okay,
Cool.
thank you.
As long as everybody's getting stuff.
Was the dwarf accepting all item? Like, does he just like cool items? Like cool weapons?
You should have
The
gotten
one, the
rid of
fire
the
one who ran off.
He's a blacksmith. He likes anything that is related to the god of fire and the flame or blacksmithing.
Hey Taro, just so
Alright,
you
I'll
know,
get
you
back
got
to
a
my-
magic.
What?
You have the crossbow, that crossbow of distance still,
Yes.
and you have that magic sword. If you're not going to use them, it
Mhm.
might be worth trading them for stuff that you want to use.
Well, the sword's a Wicked Elephant sword, so I'm not getting rid of that. And I want the crossbow in case I need to abuse it. By, like, flying up into the air where the enemy can't hit me and sniping their faces off.
Oh, I didn't know you do that.
I will, if necessary. I just haven't had reason to yet. Because,
Okay.
you know, keeping other people alive.
Is this other stuff that you were willing to sell?
Yes. Okay, I have something called the Wind Chime Prayer Beads. It requires attunement, and I already have too many items I need to attune to.
Hmm. How much are they worth?
It says 10 CP, but I think that's just the materials, because something else says extra value 1,350.
Yeah, you want to add those together.
Okay, so that's 1,360. I would also like to get rid of these vestments, because yeah, they require a religion check to activate. So I can't use them, and no one else is probably going to use them, so...
And what's the value on those?
In total, 9,300 CP, or 305.
That's a chunk.
Yeah. Goddamn.
So I'm just going to sell both of those, and take the ivory... Wait, look. Take the flute, and then husband the rest of the money in case there's something else I want that I haven't decided yet. Oh, wait a second, there's that psionic headband, I might buy that too.
You're running out of money. You got no money for those things.
Yes. Hang on. That's 10,000. 10,655.
So the robes and the other thing you sold was enough for the flute, and that left you with 330 credit.
And that leaves me with what?
330 credit. You could get the crossbow for an additional 30 gold.
I can.
I thought you already had a crossbow.
Yeah,
The cool thing about the Gale Force is that it's a half giant's light crossbow. So that's actually more of a half giant weapon.
I don't want that.
Yeah, you don't want that.
The other thing was okay. I added the monies together, so that's 10,000 of that, which I can't carry that much.
The 330. The 330 is not gold. That is credit. There's no money.
He can give you 200, but that's it. So he'll give you 200, which is 2 gold coins. And that means he'll only owe you 130, and he'll probably just consider that profit. So that's a fair trade. So you have your 2 items. You have your flying carpet, and you have your wand of the winds, which is a flute.
Okay.
And Krios has the Windwalker boots, and you didn't want the crossbow. So that's everything that the Wind Priest Thrain has.
So he didn't give you 330 copper. He only gave you 2 gold coins instead.
Yeah, that's all he had. And he gave you all the money he had. Called it a deal.
It's okay. So in exchange for it was 10,000. So wait. So is that? I'm sorry, my brain's hurt. I think I messed something. I might have messed something up.
You said 9,300 for the vestment, 1,360 for the other thing. You total that, and then you cut it in half, and that gives you 5,330. 5,000 of that went towards buying the wind flute, which left you with 330. He gave you 200 of that as 2 gold coins, and he would still profit 130, which he just smiles and says, "Good day, sir."
200 of that.
There you go.
So how many ceramic pieces do I have from the sold things?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So I just
You have
have however
2 gold
much I had at
pieces.
this.
You cleared him out. All he had was 2 gold to his name, and he paid you that
All right.
to call it even.
So that leaves me with the original amount of ceramic I had 2 bits of gold, and then the magic items that I wanted.
Yeah.
Excellent, works for me. So, all that done.
Just make sure to add them to your sheet. The ivory wind flute and the winged elephant carpet. I'll put them in the Discord there.
I have done.
All right.
So
Let's
last
take the
time I
carpet
was
for a
doing
ride.
it,
Yeah, you can do that. You can fly all around town.
Chris is like, let's go, come on!
Hang on, there was one more thing I needed to do.
It's a whole new world, exciting and new.
I asked
really wanna
the
get to
Earth Cleric
Orin.
if he also wanted something, to be fair.
Do we still have more stuff to sell or trade?
No, I hope he
Yes.
doesn't have more stuff.
Yeah, but not here.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff they won't buy. They won't buy the Salax items. And they're not going to buy this cursed item. And you shouldn't sell that spell book.
No.
I'm so...
So, does Earth Cleric Man want something?
What?
Krogar's worried about a group of rogue dwarves who have been mining too aggressively in the nearby mountains, causing damage to the earth and disrupting the natural balance. So he's one of the few dwarves in town that's actually a little bit opposed to the mercantilism of the MK merchant house, how they've been
Oh wow.
getting the dwarves to mine the volcano and take all the obsidian and ship it off to foreign locales. He considers it a bit of a bad thing to mine the earth as emphatically as these merchants of House MK say. Although most of the dwarves in town are pretty happy about it because they profit. The town gets richer off it.
So, a couple of
For a
questions.
second, I was going to... sorry. I was going to say, if you had just said he doesn't like all this mining they're doing, I would have called dwarf heresy.
Right? He goes
But
against the grain a little
he's-
bit.
And he's not druidic, but he's just doing it as kind of against House MK, right?
He's against anything that disrupts the earth. He thinks that the earth is sacred, and so his religion makes him ill at ease with the mining.
Gotcha. Okay, okay. Is there... Nah, that doesn't really get to me, actually. Maybe a little bit. I'm still against houses, and House MK counts too, but...
Where is this happening?
Here on the island, right?
Yeah,
No,
that's
like
the
where?
business. Oh, in the Temple of the Four Elements. He's talking to the Earth Priest Krogar
where?
Stonefist.
In what, like, would it be along the way?
It's the nearby mines adjacent to the town here, just west of here.
Right. On this island we're on.
That's where the mining is happening. This isn't really an island. This is a peninsula sticking out into the Silt Sea.
Oh, hold on. Let me look back at that.
Yeah, you're not really on the islands yet. You have to travel east out onto the Road of Fire. That's where all the islands are. You're still on the coast technically, although you're on a peninsula way out into the Silt Sea.
I'm scrolling, trying to find the map. Oh, there we go. Boom.
I don't really have a way to convince them to not, but I guess let's just mark it down into a general investigation of Mr. Shady over here.
So some of the side quests that you can do will go contrary to other ones that you can do. So like, whereas this dude wants trade reduced, other people in town want trade increased. So
Of course.
you could piss off one group by helping another here.
That would be Oran's plans.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Ninja.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy the earrings of life. I'll trade in my my bronze amulet of cold resistance, and then I'll pay the difference because the armlet is less expensive.
Okay.
Wait a second. This is just a divine pawn shop.
Earrings of Life sold. How much money did he make?
When you trade items, is it still as if like you're selling it for half cost, or is it the full item? Okay. The armlet costs 1,460, so I might trade another item also as well.
So it's actually 730, or did you already cut it in half?
Oh no, that's the full amount, so 730 is the half.
So it's worth 730.
Hey, the ring that we... Sorry. The ring that we found on that ship with all the other random little bits of stuff, that's just a regular ring? I
Yeah,
believe.
it wasn't magical.
Does it sell for anything?
I believe it had a listed price at the time.
No. I kind of just don't want it littering my inventory, so if you can't be asked to check, I'll just give it to one of them as a little gift. Or, you know what, save it for a gift and then tell you when I give it to someone.
Throw it in the pile.
And it's something that would require more investigation. I have to go into my notes, figure out where exactly you got it, when, what it was.
It was on the ship that was being attacked by the silt, or the sinking one. I think it was with the box of scorpions.
It was a crumbling chest containing 5 silver coins, 2 unusual arrowheads bearing holy symbols, a sextant worth 15 silver, and a ring, a small idol of the winged elephant, 25 silver.
Ninja, after I gave him the cold bracelet or armlet, I paid him 7 gold and 45 ceramic pieces in money.
Okay.
It's on your board, Taro. It's a
I
ring.
cannot currently see the board, I am not there.
This is a ring, a small idol of the winged elephant. You
A
will sell
ring
the-
of the small idol of the winged elephant?
I'm guessing it's a ring with a small idol of the winged elephant.
I just have something marked down as the idol of the winged elephant. I didn't think those were the same thing.
I don't know. It says a ring, a smile. Okay, so I think they're 2 separate things. There's no comma. Hey, to everybody, I mean, I'm not trying to... I really love this whole shopping experience we're doing. And
We
this town
want
stuff.
to get to do some other things.
Yeah, I mean, it's 10
Yeah.
o'clock already.
Like
Can we
flying
get
around the
on
city.
Can we get on to, like, towards planning for these Urukite fight? Or...
I did ask to scry on them.
Yeah, they're already on the island to the east of you. They teleported.
Really just
Oh.
have to leave.
Fuckers.
Can we just finish up the township?
How far away do I know, like, how long will it take them to get here?
They've already overshot you. Now they're ahead of you.
Oh, so we can't even
What?
make a trap. God damn it. The fuck?
Yeah, they use teleportation to completely bypass the coast and the Silt Sea. They've shot directly to the island.
Why did they even wait until we got here to do that?
They had to go to a location. They were actually headed not to here, but to the teleport spot that they could go from there to the island.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will tell the
Well,
group
crap.
we're now behind. They suddenly got ahead of us with magic.
Hmm.
So
Can
if,
the-
when you tell me that, I will
Okay.
go ahead and grab the ballista, and I'm gonna go ahead and start walking. I'm done.
I'll go too.
Are
I'm
we-
leaving now. I'm going.
Okay.
I'm staying on the flying carpet.
I'm gonna...
I'm leaving.
Okay, then you can come with me, because if we're just leaving now, then I have something I need to quickly do if we're gonna catch up and me still do the thing.
Yeah, you do whatever you're doing, and I'm just like sitting with my feet dangling over the carpet, the flying carpet.
I'm just gonna use the carpet to fly over to where the giants were at
Okay.
and make them my offer to... Well, actually, no, because I have to have the crap.
There's no giants here. So, Azran, after the ship is loaded, he's going to say farewell to everybody, and he's going to take all his dwarves, and they're going to leave.
Wait a second. You gotta pay me first before you leave.
Oh, he did.
How much was that total?
He was too goofy.
What? 2 gold pieces?
Two silver for like 10
20
days,
silver?
So yeah.
20 silver.
Alright.
Should have been 20 silver altogether.
And then at one day he paid us like double or something.
Yeah.
So 2
Okay.
gold.
I think he gave you like an extra gold as a reward the one day or
Yeah.
something, but you should have had that already. Okay, so he leaves, and Trenble is going to invite everybody to dinner. You've been here shopping in town for a while, and 10 hours went by. And then, so he sends a message to each member of your party and invites you to a big celebration that's going to happen at the mansion here, where all the dwarves are going to gather, and they're going to have a big party in your honor. So he'd like you all to stick around.
Creus, you
Well,
scried
that's
on
very
these.
kind of him.
Do we have time to have this feast, or do we need to make haste to the east?
You're asking me.
You
I
did magically
scry.
fly.
No, that would
I
be.
Morg
Oh.
scry.
That, yeah, there's more that can do this.
Morg you did. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. I
Morg-
shoot fireballs.
Morgan Taurus already left town. We're already going. We're marching.
There's not really anywhere to march to. The place you're trying to get to is an island out at sea.
How do we reach there?
How do you reach there?
On the flying carpet, I guess.
You guys haven't figured out how you're even going to get there yet.
We have to buy a silk boat from this place.
Well, can we fly over with this carpet?
Taurus will not fit on it with everybody else.
Okay, well, we have that problem solved.
Not myself.
Is there an animal? Is there an animal that can travel across Silk Sea?
Well, maybe if you wanted to ask these questions, you'd go to a certain party where everybody's going to be discussing things.
How far is it across the?
Well, crap.
I don't
We
know,
have to do it.
20 miles or something?
Can I fly 20 miles in an hour?
I don't know. I think you could probably travel 24 miles in a day if you traveled all day by carpet.
Hold your horses, Taurus. Fate will reveal a path.
He's just mad that you guys are shopping and he wants to get on with it.
I'm ready to go. Let's
Unfortunately for him, getting on with it is staying in town and going to this party. So get the fuck back here.
Nice.
Okay.
While that's happening,
Nice.
though, I did have an
I
idea
go
for how I
back,
could deal with the
figuring
path.
out we need a fucking
Simultaneously.
boat.
I'm gonna give. Alright, here's. So that I don't have to go off and do it on the side and come back to the town and etc. I'm just gonna give the wind element. Wait. Crap, writing doesn't exist.
This is true. Well, it does, but only specific people know how to do it.
Okay. New idea.
Sorcerer
Pick the-
kings,
pick the
merchant lords, things like that.
And not us.
Spectrograms.
Cuneiform
I'm
tablets.
gonna give. Or wait, hang on a second. I have an idea. I don't need to know their names for it to work. I don't. Oh, it says it's with which I am familiar. All right. Well, so I'm trying to figure out how to make this work without taking
Send a
up
messenger.
too much in-game time. But it's a messenger to 2 raiders. Or however many raiders.
Then you're screwed.
Okay. It sounds like we are going to this dinner here tonight, to our host. And Morg, I take it that you find no other qualms with this? That we allow the Urakites to take that lead?
I mean, there's not much we can do about it now. They're already over there. We're playing
Alright.
catch up now. That's the thing.
We're about to play catch up.
I have a feeling out of character, you don't have to confirm or deny this, but I just want to share this opinion, that if you show up first, like if you outspeed them, then something in it says, hey DM, if it looks like they're going to outrun them, if you want, in order to ensure a climactic finish, have them just teleport over there.
Well, in the guide, I wasn't real sure what the situation was. When you guys said you wanted to fight them here, I sort of read ahead to see what the story is, and the story has them at a point in the future elsewhere. So I figured, I had to move them there in order to make everything make sense.
Nah,
Well
you just
trapped.
forget that story and say it doesn't apply because we killed them.
I don't know. If I change things now, then it changes things later, and then I have to keep track of what's like different in the reality to what's in the book. So it's easier this way if I just say that they use magical means to teleport there. Which, if you think about it, they are Templars of Hamanu with access to epic level magic spells. All they have to do is telepathically communicate to Hamanu and say, Hamanu, we need to get to these islands over there. And Hamanu's like, fine, you're teleported. Blink.
It's not unrealistic, I suppose.
So
by the way,
why would they ever negotiate with giants and dwarves when they can just ask their sorcerer lord to teleport them where they need to go? It makes so much more sense.
Tires them out. Fuck you guys, deal with it.
I just bought some holy water from the guy who has the shop with that in it really quick.
Okay.
Because I need it for something later.
Yeah. All right. So you guys go to the dinner, right? Let's put you all in the spot.
Dinner.
I begrudgingly
All right, let me try to load this
walk
screen
in
now.
and be like, I couldn't get there.
You got to the coastline and you couldn't get there. You hit a wall called the Sea of Silt.
Water jump.
Way too far.
Point your ballista at the mirror. Give me a fucking boat. I'm tired of this island.
Okay, so as the group sits on the ground in a circle, large, shallow bowls of root surdlu and stuffed leaves are passed around. During the meal, Trenbull will ask you all about your journey, encouraging you all to recount your adventures. Does anybody want to make a roll of some kind to tell your tale dramatically? I would usually say Soul, but he's not here at the moment.
Well, can we have Soul do it?
Somebody can roll 4
Is that a
Soul.
performance? Is that a performance or a persuasion?
It's probably a performance.
Charisma.
Performance to tell the tale if it's done by a bard. Or just a regular charisma check if you're just describing it.
I will roll. I'm explaining about my time in the military. Only get a 10, but and then I explain my dishonorable discharge as I talk about my superior officer, and I countermanded his orders, and then tried to get. I snuck into his office and got dirt on him. Changing around. Well, they don't have papers, but I made a fool of him, and it was well deserved. And
Did you pants him in front of his soldiers?
something a bit like that. It was
I'll
worth it.
try my hand at this. And
I have friends
Sorry,
in the
I
alternate
won't.
military,
no,
but none among the brass, among those who are the generals and sergeants of sorts. So
Occasionally, the Maratuk dwarves will ask a question, and their accent is so thick that you can barely understand them, but Trenbull is fluent in Maratuk Dwarven, and he will patiently listen to what the dwarves say and then translate into common anything that is confusing or hard to understand. He seems incredibly fluent in Dwarven. Like he knows Dwarven as good as any of these dwarves. His accent is perfect. Like he's spoken it his entire life. So he interjects to help discuss things a lot.
That officer, I'll talk about an officer that I knew when I was in the military, and he called me slave one time, and I choked him in front of his men. There's no way you ever call me slave no more. Ain't no better, 'cause I know slave.
Wow. A half-giant who's freed himself from slavery. You must be mighty indeed.
Oh, I'm Boris, great hunter. And I stand up and flex.
Yeah. And what of you? He points at the next person.
I'm from Tyr. I'm Morg from Tyr. I was a gladiator, and we have fought many battles. And I point at where Grimorn, if he's in the room, and Saul. They are my original companions. They were slaves along with me, and we fought our way out. And we even fought with the army of the Urkites, and we drove them off, and we freed our land.
Oh, wow, we don't get news about such things all the way out here in the middle of nowhere. These long 5 years, this is probably the first news of the outside world I've heard. So you're saying there was a civil war in Tyr and a war with Uruk? My god.
Yes, we defeated our sorcerer king. We are now a kingless... well, we now have a leader, but it's no longer a sorcerer king.
Council, is it not?
A council of sorts with it's with like a head of the council and lots of other smaller council members.
I find it very promising, a sort of governance by the people.
I think it's crazy you let people make you slaves.
Well, it was kind of hard not to. It was either that or we kind of die. So it's just survival, really. We were not as strong as you were at the time, nor as strong as we are now.
You start working out? When you start working out?
Yeah, we started working out.
Pretty good.
But anyways, we are now here to try to rid, I believe, the world. We've traveled very far, and we have heard many tales of psionics being plagued. Everybody is, I believe, even your priests around this area have had the same issue. We're in search of the answer for that. A big global headache.
Yeah, I get it sometimes. Not that many times, but I get it sometimes. I get big headaches.
So, hey guys, this is kind of vague in the storyline so far up to this point, like some of the information that you've gotten, like when you got the scroll from Othend. The information that you gathered was specifically about the ancient preserver wizard Hakar, who had a monastery that was called Akarikul, and Akarikul was on an island in the Road of Fire a very, very long time ago, like centuries ago. And he had a reputation as being one of the most knowledgeable people in the world about psionics at the time. And he was friendly to the preservers. And so the scroll was basically telling you that you have to find this island at the end of the Road of Fire, where you can find Akarikul, the monastery ruled by the preserver wizard Hakar. So those are the pieces of information that you have that you can ask about.
So do you know... Oh, go ahead. Go for it.
Turnbull, do you know about the area around the Road of Fire? We're looking for a temple at the end of it.
He'll tell you the Road of Fire is an extremely dangerous and deadly place. Many, many merchant ships have been lost. I don't know if you've heard the tales. My uncle, my uncle and my father, they built 3 great ships to create an empire, a trade empire on the border here, on the outskirts of the Tablelands, and all ships but the Ballamarash were lost. It was a great tragedy. In fact, my own father was lost many, many years ago. He's got a story to tell, if you'll listen. But first a toast, and he's going to say, "It's a remarkable thing, really, trade. I mean, look at this village, built on trade. These dwarves had nothing but a rocky slope from which they could barely scratch out a living. Because of trade, they can exchange the obsidian beneath the ground for things of real value to them: food, shelter, leather. Trade makes farmers and kings equal. To trade." And he gives a big toast, and all the dwarves cheer. And then he says, "In the spirit of trade, allow me to suggest an exchange by which we both will profit. It's a dangerous journey you are undertaking. The Road of Fire is..." No, hang on. Let me just read this. "The Road of Fire is an unkind to strangers. Have you ever seen the ground open up and swallow a companion, or watched a man disappear in a geyser of molten earth? Did you know there are vents that issue an odorless but lethal gas? Can you tell the difference between the fumes that will kill you and those that will merely make you sick? Few people last the night out there, even if they do manage to cross the silt. I would like to suggest an exchange. What I would like to extend to you is my company. I can serve you as a guide, and I will make available all the resources of the outpost so that we can assemble supplies for the journey. And you can assist me, because as I've said, my father has been held by the giants of Avigdar for 10 years now, and I long to free him.
So you
Think you
guide
can
us.
Doesn't tell them I'm doing it unless I dig into their brains, right?
It's really offensive to do that to people.
If you're just reading surface thoughts, the spell doesn't say they know. Only if you dig into below their surface thoughts. They will
Correct. Yeah. So if you're just checking his surface thoughts, all he's
Do that?
pretty straightforward. He's thinking of his father. And he's thinking, this is my opportunity, finally, after these many years.
Well, that's what I say is, so you help us as a guide while we help you free your father? Sounds like a fair trade to me.
Trenbo will tell you, you might not be able to tell by looking at me, but in my youth, I was quite the adventurer and traveler. My skills at tracking and navigation are quite advanced, and with my aid, you will be able to navigate the dangers of the volcanic islands ahead.
When you say that you're gonna help navigate us and you're gonna free your father, are you expecting us to also help free your father once we get there?
That is my hope, that we can help each other. I can help you get to your destination, and you can help me free my father, who is on one of the islands out there.
I am willing to do this, but one question, and as a side note, you know, out of character, I don't know if this is actually in the module, but here we are. What caused him to be imprisoned? Why are the giants holding him?
He kind of has a glower on his face. Like a dark cloud passes over him. Like he doesn't like to talk about it much, but begrudgingly he'll tell you. He'll say, "I have spent 5 years on the shores of Sharvas, waiting for a chance to free my father. He must hate his captivity. He loved the caravan trail and the wide open spaces. You see, my uncle Azran decided that he and father could build a trade empire across the Road of Fire. If they could get the giants of the islands to mine the deposits of obsidian pumice and sulfur, they could increase the earnings of the House McKay beyond imagination. They had spent their youths training. My father took to the caravan trail, and my uncle Azran spent his apprenticeship on dwarven silt skimmers. It was Azran who conceived the plan to mine the legendary Road of Fire. He had heard of the islands from the travelers of the House Salaxa. Our patriarch dismissed the idea. Ram was unstable, he said. It was a time for retrenching, not expansion. Azran privately financed the expedition. It was agreed that to avoid notice on the established caravan routes, the expedition would be commissioned, and 3 silt skimmers would journey to negotiate through the Dust Sea. They bid us farewell and left. I'm told that a beachhead was established at Sharvas, but the party did not make contact with the Maratuk. They continued to Durgaz, where they had a brief skirmish with the Beasthead giants, and then they moved on. At Avigdar, the expedition encountered the desert. There, an agreement was made with the giants to mine the sulfur of Avigdar's craters. The gold that the party had brought was not enough to compensate the giants for the mineral wealth that they loaded onto the ships. They say my father volunteered to be left behind as an ambassador and trade hostage. He would stay on and lay the groundwork for a prosperous relationship until the ships returned and paid off the debt. The bond was made, but as the ships cast off, the giants suddenly began to hurl boulders at them. He begins to tear up a little bit, and he says, "The Hesper and the Pyrus were destroyed. Only the Belamarash escaped. Everyone assumed that the giants killed my father. For 5 years, I believed he was dead. Then, one night, I was at a party in the noble district of Ram. There was a psionicist entertaining the group with mind tricks. When he saw me, he greeted me as if he knew me, but he called me by my father's name. He said, 'Marcus, I'm glad to see that you finally got off that rock pile.' I had him held and interrogated. He said he had visited Avigdar in a dream, and that my father was still alive. Since then, I have been building this beachhead in Sharvas and trying to find a way to reach Avigdar and to reach my father."
I want to take a guess with my superior intellect and guess that someone betrayed somebody. Cough, cough.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
this.
say that out loud.
Story.
I'm gonna say this telepathically. Well, actually, you know what? You said out loud. Forget it. I want to hear where this goes.
I say it out loud. It sounds like someone got betrayed.
Trenbull nods solemnly, and he says, "And it cost my father his freedom, but I will see him freed if it costs me my own life. I will venture into the danger of the Silt Sea."
I tell him,
So
I'm Taurus Great Hunter, and I'm really good with giants. And my buddy Taro here speaks giant, because I don't speak giant. But I'm really good with giants, and he interpreted for me before. And I give Taro a big old hug and be like, "See, speak giant real quick."
Well, you are surely the mightiest heroes to pass through this part of the world in the 5 years that I have lived here. If ever an opportunity should arise, I doubt this opportunity will arise again. I have to take it. I implore you to take me up on my offer.
Listen, I have no love for merchant houses, and House K is no exception. However, I do have a love for family and a respect for your desire to free your father. And for that reason, I am in. I shall help.
All right.
Ringside, speak your mind.
Okay, several things. Okay, thank you. One, in Giant I say, you are choking me, but I like you anyway.
I have no idea what he said.
That is completely fine. Two, right. Did brain scans reveal any ill will or untruth?
He is incredibly focused. His mind is like a scalpel, and the only thing he cares about is rescuing his father. He's single-minded in his devotion to do this, and if you scan the dwarves, they all respect him for his single-mindedness. They say he is the most dwarven human they've ever met in their lives, and many of them are thinking a word, Ernius. And in the Maratuk dialect of Dwarven, Ernius, it has a specific meaning. It's a person who is like completing their dwarven focus. It is doing it. It is accomplishing the life purpose, and they respect it so much, right? And so they look at him and they think Ernius, because he is single-mindedly focused on it.
I find that a weird kind of adorable.
Self-actualization. In the dwarven sense.
That stated, unrelated thing. Well, actually, I'll save that for later since it's not related. Besides
Only
that,
down the bed.
Pardon?
Just in case I start snoring, I'll lay down the bed.
Not enough combat.
I'm so bored. I'm so bored.
This is the incredibly important RP portion of the game. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm loving this. I'm sorry.
This is
In
this.
fairness,
as
the
the
giant
mayor, have a vote.
stories.
Say what?
Do you, Trenbull, as the mayor, do you have a personal boat that we would be taking on this journey?
He has a bit of a smug smile on his face, and he say, "I bet you've never traveled by cage before."
By
By
cage.
cage.
What's a cage?
He points at Taurus and says, "He probably won't like it. He might want to ride on top." But the usual means of travel, and I use this term loosely, to the island is by transport cage. We've got a deal with the Beasthead Giants. You see, in times past, the Beasthead Giants from the nearby island, they would try to raid the Maratuk dwarves, but these crafty dwarves, they would simply flee into the mines, and in the deep mines, the Beasthead Giants couldn't reach them. And so eventually the Giants gave up their raiding and decided, well, if we can't capture them, fight them, and eat them, perhaps we could approach them peacefully and trade. And so ever since then, the Giants have been trading with the Maratuk dwarves a little bit. So we can call in a pair of Beasthead Giants that can transport us by transport cage, which is a large 20 by 10 by 10 frame used to contain bags of crops. The giants have a hard time growing crops, so we provide them with some of the food crops that we grow here in excess.
This is insanity.
And so you can ride inside the cage on top of the bags of food. It's an unusual way to travel, but it'll get you there.
So
I rolled a 14 insight to see if he's trying to sell us to the giants.
You don't get that impression from him.
To clarify, you are in alliance with these savage beast-head giants, who, by all other accounts across the world of Athos, are a pox upon the living. And you're feeding them. You are farming for them. What?
Well, it's better than the alternative, which is them trying to raid us and us spending days hiding in our caves, right?
I suppose.
If you can't
Yay.
join them.
Right, sure. This is wonderful.
So how long did it take him to say all of that? I want to see if my detect thoughts is still up.
That's like a 10-minute spell, right? It's probably still going. Doesn't take that long for him to give a little speech. If it's only a minute, his speech would have outlasted it, so it would have worn off.
Trendbull, do you know approximately how many of those beast-head giants are there? And if you wished, and it was possible, would you rather us defeat the giants?
Defeat the giants? I wouldn't think that to be possible. A whole tribe of giants, there could be dozens or hundreds of them. No, I think stealthy approach might be the best way to go. I wouldn't want to confront a whole tribe of giants. I just want to get in, get my father, and get out, without them even noticing, if possible. I'm a skilled ranger. I can move quietly and carefully.
I tell them, but that's one of you, but not everybody's as sneaky as me and Orin.
I know.
You're super quiet.
I'm gonna detect thoughts again. During the portion of the get in cages and they'll swing you over section.
We addressed that. That's already it's forthright. Okay, he's forthright. They have the,
as much as a
insight
14
check.
insight would work.
Right,
What you will get from him is he's not 100% about it. Like, he also sees the risk in being in a cage held by beast-head giants. Like, getting them to hold up to their end of the bargain might be challenging, but it's pretty much the only option. The only thing that he's got.
But you have done this before in the past, correct? This wouldn't be your first trade with them, right?
Well, he'll tell you they've been trading for years. But this would be the first time. This would be the first time they'd ever be transporting people instead of just crops.
We're also bringing crops, though, right?
Oh, you bring whatever you want. I can lure them in with promises of food, and we'll load it up with bags of grain so that they'll be happy.
Orin incredulously, claws at his eyes, like, and his nose, just what is going on? And just like spits at one corner. This is insanity. But there's no other option. This is our only way to the end of the road of fire.
Pull him into a corner.
Me?
I'm gonna actually no.
See, any sane person would have his reservations about this plan. Any sane person.
I'm gonna like brain speak to you and tell you that
Oh,
I
to me?
detected no dishonesty or dilution of purpose from this man.
Oh, because that matters. Yes, of course. Yeah, he's perfectly sane, of course. He's feeding beast-head giants. I spent half of my, the short career that I had in the military, fighting these giants like these. Defending the people.
What would you prefer that he do right now?
Well, actually, don't you have a flying carpet? Wouldn't that be just such an upgrade? That's Templar level travel, flying in Templar style. How about that?
So the carpet can carry some of you.
Not all use the carpet.
Of course. Well then.
It is a nice backup though. If something goes wrong with the cage situation, you'll have the carpet.
Oh my gosh! Yes, of course.
May
you
I
said
cast
that.
a spell on you?
What? Me?
Yes. It is.
What, to convince me of this
It
plan's
is simply to
fortitude?
dull your emotions.
Oh my
No, it is simply a spell that dulls your emotions.
No, I do not accept. My emotions are fine. I'm simply expressing my distaste for the plan, but it's okay. It's okay. We shall press on as good soldiers do.
You are among the more clear-headed among us. I hope you remain as such.
Oh. No problem with me. And I gently, elbow him in the ribs. Haha, slap my knee,
So, question: do you accept? Does the party accept the offer?
I quizzically look across the table.
Jodab,
He's asleep.
Jodab, wake up.
I'm here.
Jodab.
I'm here.
Trenbull looks into Taurus's eyes and says, "Do you accept my offer? Will you help me save my father?"
Let's go. I'm not getting in the cage. All right on top. Let's go.
All right. Everyone else agree?
I will get in the cage.
I agree.
Yes. Everyone has agreed.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree for Sia. Soul agrees, and Trenbull will go over to the window and throw back the curtain, revealing a balcony with a cannon on it. And he grabs a torch off the wall, and he says, "Then I shall summon the giants this very moment." And he lights the cannon with an enormous explosion.
Wait.
The cannon goes off, and fireworks display explodes off in the distance.
Ringside says, "Wait, stop," and then you boom.
Oh, it's too late.
The timing was impeccable.
Can I shoot a fireball at the same time to make it even bigger?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I do.
You're gonna waste a spell for that.
Why are you doing this?
When you do that, the fire dwarf out in the temple sees it, and he also launches his fireballs. And, a bunch of fireballs going off.
What?
Are these extra fireballs going to confuse the fucking giants that are supposed to come here?
Nah, no.
I shoot like a scorch ray too. Like I have a bunch of small, a little bit more fireworks.
Trenbull and the fire priest actually have an arrangement where when the fire priest hears the cannon, he has to throw some explosives too. It's all about creating a big boom to summon the giants. They have to hear
Trenbull.
it. They have to hear it far off in the distance.
Trenbull, how do you like your new sword?
He's going to draw the blade, and he's going to ignite it. The blade ignites in flames as if it were oiled by viscous oil. And he swings it around a bit, and then he sheathes it back, and he says, "Oh, it's fantastic! It's everything I could have hoped for. It'll really come in handy on the adventure."
Exactly. Make sure you bring it because I'm sure we're going to be using it.
Ah, yes. I had it crafted specifically for this very purpose.
Ninja, I also want to buy something else before we leave.
Okay. What do you get?
I'm going to give my gloves of purity. And that just resists cold damage. I'm going to get rid of those. And then I will pay the difference, which I will give the shopkeeper 36 gold, 3 silver, and 9 ceramics for the Barnea shield. So, living druidic one. On line 80.
Line 80. Varia shield. Yeah, that one's cool. Druid only. And it can turn into any kind of shield. So like you have it on your wrist as a little buckler, and you can still use that hand, and then as a bonus action, poof, tower shield plus 4 AC.
How far was the giants that have the guy's pet chicken?
They're out on the road of fire. They might be related to these giants that are being summoned. The Beasthead giants that are known for raiding, you know?
Then I'm bringing the chickens that I have. I'm gonna call them chickens because I want to.
Yeah, good plan. You bring your 2 chickens. I think an Erdlu is large, though.
Okay.
You're all gonna have to squeeze in with Erdlu. I imagine some of you will just be on the carpet, and that way you'll avoid the squeeze.
I'll stay in there with the Erdlu. I'm fine with that. I calm the Erdlu down with my animal handling.
All right, everybody, grab your figurines. We're gonna go to the other map.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this unsold loot, and I'm gonna put it over here in front of Joe. In case we don't come back to this map anytime soon. Can leave Trenbull there. I've got a copy of him on the other map.
Oh, one question. Trenbull Al-Ramki. The last name ends with MK.
Yeah.
Like, is that any relation to the MKE? Is that any relation to the merchant house?
I believe so. I think it's like a family name. MK is a family name, and the Al-Ramkis are like a cousin family down the chain somewhere, where he is a merchant lord in that MK family, but he's not like in the prime family, like he's connected through marriage or something.
So now Orin is helping a merchant family lord's father.
Yeah, but he's doing it for personal reasons. His MK house actually forbade him to do this, and he has been spending his own money to disobey them to do it.
They're actually helping a merchant lord rebel against the aristocracy.
Right, yeah.
Ooh, okay.
So where initially I was saying that it looked like the dwarves were being exploited, I'm also showing you that they do really respect him and they appreciate the way he runs the place, and it is mutually beneficial to some degree. So it's up to interpretation whether you think he's exploiting them too much or if they benefit enough that it makes sense.
Yeah, Orin is never comfortable during his entire trip here to Charvas. His stomach is in knots, but he's interested. He's conflicted very.
If I can
mean,
get
at least
him
they're
alone,
happy.
I'd like to discuss something with him. With Trenbull.
I mean, none of them look like they're emaciated or like starving or anything, right?
That was the word I was gonna go for. I was about to say that too. Yeah.
Nah, it's not North Korea up in here.
Yeah, then I mean, it's not like they're forced to work either. It's not slavery, so I'm good with that.
So, yeah, can I just get him by himself for a little bit?
Yeah, what do you want to say?
I wanted to bring up concerns. Not with the trip, just in general.
Alright, question. Can you guys all see this?
Yes.
Do these objects load properly like my silt?
I see lots of fog, yes, and the cage.
I'll
see
try
the
to
big
load
set
the
giants.
cage again.
So the silt, these giants should be like up to their knees in an object. They should be floating
Yeah.
down into it.
Yeah.
It's a cool effect. Good job doing it.
Okay, cool, because that was custom. I made that. I went into Blender, and I made a box with a texture on it, but then I made the collision object flat, so that way everything will collide through it at the bottom. That way we get the impression that you are in the silt. And then I also made this, which is a little duplicate of the cage, which I'm going to put on top of this one, because the two Beasthead giants are carrying the cage, and you guys can be in the cage out of the silt if you're carried in here. So Trenbull is in here, and the Erdlu can go in here, and Orin will be in here. Let's see, do I have an Erdlu? Erdlu. I've got a Inix. I've got a Mechalot. Damn, I don't have an Erdlu. Hey, Joe.
Fun.
Yep.
Could you make a figurine for me with this image here? This is a Crodlu.
Give me a second.
This is a Crodlu, but it's close. Yeah, you need to get out of bed. You're gonna fall asleep again.
Yep.
This'll get your blood flowing. It'll get you out of bed.
Sounds
It'll
cold.
wake you up a little bit.
It's cold here. We had a cold front come through.
Oh, I know. It's been windy as fuck. In like a lion, out like a lamb, because it's March.
Hurry, don't be late. I can hardly wait.
So, when you were in town, it says, along the horizon you can see two huge figures wading toward you through the silt. They are Snave and another wolf-head giant. Snave is panting as he approaches. It has by me pleased that you good still. Very strong enemy oh, wait, no. Hang on. That's the wrong one. Fuck.
Where's the thing?
In Discord.
I'll see it. Wait. Oh, scroll down. Oh, okay.
I have to backtrack. I'm in the wrong section here. Hang on. I skipped ahead because Trenbull's story comes later, and then you wanted it here.
There's fog. I don't see that anymore.
Where is it? Where is it? Okay, here it is. There's a sudden commotion in the village. As you emerge from the outpost, you see something extraordinary. Two enormous wolf-headed humanoids stand in the center of town, carrying a giant cage full of Erdlu, supported by two huge beams across their towering shoulders. The dwarves milling around their knees exaggerate the incredible height of the giants. The giants are Jorn and Snave. So we've got Jorn here, the smaller of the two giants, and Snave, the larger of the two giants.
I talk to them telepathically.
No. The giants are highly resistant to your telepathy.
Speak to them in giant.
They speak a little common.
Not loud. Well, it's easier to do it in giant for them.
Easier or possible is the word you're looking for, I believe.
Anyway, I do it.
So before you guys approach the giants, Trenbull is going to caution you, and he's going to ask you to please treat the giants politely in all circumstances. Our deal will be tentative at best, and if anything goes wrong, it could cost us our lives. So be diplomatic, if you will.
So I just hail them.
Okay, you greet the giants.
Crodlu's in there.
The one giant says, "Me Jorn, mighty giant." And the other one says, "Me Snave, mighty giant." When you look at them, you can tell that they're not your typical giant. They are beast head giants, and each of them has a different beast head. So when you look at Snave has the head of a wolf, and when you look at Jorn has the head of a goat. And despite having different heads, they treat each other like family and like brotherly almost, and are from the same tribe.
Which
We're all hiding in,
giants?
we're hiding in
Easier.
this crate.
So they're carrying the crate. They have it in the middle of town. Trenbull is going to make the deal with the giants, and then he's going to climb into the crate, and he's going to sit on top of all of the bushels of food. So they bring these big burlap sacks full of food, and they throw them in the crate, and the Erdlu that the giants are selling are offloaded and taken off to the beast tamer.
So
I
where do
wanted
we
to.
go?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so that's just happening on the. That's the.
Theater of the mind a little bit.
I wanted to make an addendum to bring.
I'm not
those
worried
two
about
along.
putting our characters in. I'm saying, what are we doing? Are we going in there?
So you have the option, right? So Trenbull says it'll be more comfortable to ride inside here, but if you want to sit on top, you can do that too.
I'll ride on top.
Sure. You're a big boy. It would be very cramped in here with you, so riding on top is probably the best thing for you. If you're the only person on it, you can actually ride the flying carpet, but it would not move very fast.
Would I be able to keep up with them?
No, you'd be lagging behind. I think a bunch of medium creatures could be on the carpet. Who's on the carpet? Grimorn?
Yeah, I'm on a carpet.
So Grimorn's flying on the carpet. Taro, are you flying as well?
Can you hear me?
Barely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll ride on the carpet with you. It shouldn't slow it down.
Let me reset.
You can ride like 3 people on it.
What
Ring
about
sight,
now?
aren't you riding your...
I mean, I could hear you this whole time. You should probably just continue with your sentence.
Yes, I am riding the carpet. Also,
Where's
I wanted
Omen?
to... Oh. Okay, I assume he's coming.
Omen's just following along with no rider?
Yes. He doesn't need one necessarily, he can see.
So you're going to be in the cage then, Taro?
Yes, but that reminds me of something else.
All right.
That female Thorax is still around, right?
Somewhere.
Okay, that's good enough. The giants are... These guys just act like regular ones. They just have animal heads, right?
Yes.
When I meet them and they tell themselves they're mighty or whatever, I say I'm Tor's great hunter, and I do my flex.
You're trying to impress them. Jorn, he's going to flex. Jorn's got a 18. And Snave is going to mock Jorn and say, "You pathetic, you weak," and he gets a 30. What do you got?
Well, when they flex back, I'm gonna rage, just because.
All right.
And I'm gonna do my flex for real. I'm gonna take it
Social
seriously.
rage.
I'm just, the first one I was just flexing, but when they flexed back, I was like, oh, we're showing off to you? Oh, okay. Then I'll do mine.
I want to know what the result of this is.
An 18 and a 30 versus 34. Fuck. You even beat the 30.
Christ.
Incredible. Snave is impressed. Jorn, who's kind of a runt to begin with, he's just like, I lost again. But Snave, he's strong. He's like, wow. You am strong, little giant.
Hi, Taurus, great hunter.
If I remember correctly, I think you did that so hard that the Dungeon Master's Guide would list it as impossible.
Wait, am you is teenage giant or am half giant?
I don't know.
He's
so
a half giant.
I just let them go with that. I don't know. But I show him my I know my friend Cyclops. They great hunters, and I greater than them. And I show them my Cyclopean war pick first, and then I show them my big hammer, Rosto's hammer. See, this is my big hammer. It's big. Rosto gave it to me, and I know they don't know who Rosto is, but I just say Rosto anyways. And then I show them my newest weapon, which is the Silt Strider, the giant-sized weapon crafted by Athasian giants.
Nice.
And I show that one to them, and
well, you impress the giants a lot, and Trenbull has a relationship with them, and he convinces them to take on the job.
Hold on. I don't get in the cage. I'm gonna walk beside them.
So the silt here is 10 feet deep. So
no. The The Silt Strider is a giant-sized weapon crafted by the Athasian giants. The weapon is master made of volcanic rock. The weapon is designed for both combat and traversing the silt sea. The spearhead is shaped like a silt skiff, allowing the wielder to walk on the silt as if it were solid ground.
Okay. So you're gonna use the ability to walk on silt. So that's interesting because like
Terraform.
I think that makes you about the same height as the giants because their legs are down in the silt and you're walking on it. So it's like you're walking on an elevated thing alongside them, which puts you on about the same height.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
Like
I am not gonna ride the cage. I'm gonna walk beside them as equals.
Okay.
With my 34 strength.
That sounds like a toddler walking on like with giant high platform shoes.
What is your movement normally?
My movement is 45 feet per second. 45 feet speed.
Okay. So you do this for a little while, and it's impressive to everybody, but you will find that as time goes on, you are lagging behind a little bit. The giants are able to move faster than you are in the silt. The silt slows you down a bit. So you can do this, but if you do it for too long, you'll lag behind. So do you want to like take shifts, like maybe walk for a while and then rest on the cage for a while? Or do you want to like lag behind occasionally and then catch up when they stop to rest? How do you want to do that?
Oh, I'll just get back on the cage.
Okay.
I'll give them a break from doing that, and I'll just run, or kind of double time to keep up with them.
Like they can go a little bit slower, and then it'll just average out. So you're not moving quite as fast as the giants could normally, but it allows them to like not have to carry Taurus, which they appreciate, because Taurus is pretty heavy compared to some medium-sized creatures.
Yeah.
Compared to the Skeksis.
I forgot.
So I have a question for the giants.
What you want, little one?
What's Trendle's dad's name?
Marcus.
What do they know about the tale of Marcus?
The giants roll a history. 7s. Who? Mercus. Me no Mercus? No, me no Mercus.
Let me try that again. You know the tale about the 2 sunken ships and the one that got away?
Trenbull say he talk about once.
They're not smart, man. They're not Taurus smart.
Yeah, okay. Have you considered also? You kind of put the people of the town at ill ease.
Oh, of course they do.
You're a bit scary of me.
You gotta speak plainly to these guys. They don't know.
Okay, Snave is going to say, once upon time, me think eat little dwarf, but little dwarf hide in cave, so could not eat. Little dwarf scamper away every time. Come back, scamper away. Come back, scamper away. Eventually give up, decide, can't eat dwarf. Maybe instead talk to dwarf, and dwarf say, have food, trade, and so from then on, trade with dwarf. Work out better. Get food, not have to farm. Farm boring.
Oh, you guys do have a farm, though?
I could not want to.
I tell him, yeah, farming not for chumps.
Me no farmer, me strong raider, Flex.
I tell him, I'm Taurus Great Hunter. I hunt, I find food. I tell him about the sandworms that I've hunted for the Cyclops and brought back to them.
But do you have other people in your Beast Giant tribe who are farmers, who aren't great warriors?
Cripple Bob, he farm. Old woman farm.
So.
It's a cripple bomb! It's a cripple bomb!
Is that supposed to be a reference to something, Joe Adam?
No, he said, we got cripple Bob. I mean, he can farm, I guess.
I think the joke is that he's called Cripple Bob.
Okay.
It's like
That's
farming's for cripples and old women.
Pretty much.
I see. Have you considered
My character chuckles.
making the like considering the dwarves as like part of your little tribe?
Dwarves part of giant tribe? Ha! Dwarves too weak to be giant.
Yeah, but they feed you.
Feed like farmer. Ha ha ha!
I laugh with them.
Hmm.
I tell them about wrestling the dwarfs in the on the ship on the way here,
Mm-hmm.
and how I wrestled 4 at one time, and they still not beat me.
It's kind of like that conversation about how many like 6-year-olds you could beat up.
Exactly.
Probably a good baker's dozen at least. All right, so hours and hours go by, and you're traveling late into the afternoon. The weather is mild, and everybody's relatively comfortable. Trenbull is actually snoring loudly, resting lazily, propped up between an Erdlu and several sacks of grain, and he seems...
all the Erdlus got off.
well, they sold some, but then 2 of them were brought in to exchange for another one that was part of a quest. So Taro has an Erdlu.
Have already been... Wait, has that already happened? The Erdlu trade thing?
Okay, well, it's a little bit confusing because there was multiple groups of Erdlu, right? So the Giants came here to sell Erdlu. You got a mission to go find a special Erdlu, and then you also bought some Erdlu from the Beastmaster to bring with you to trade for the other Erdlu that the Beasthead Giants have. But it wasn't these Erdlu. They were selling regular Erdlu. If they were selling the prized Erdlu, then the shopkeeper would be pissed off because he'd be like, you can't sell my own Erdlu back to me, you bastards. And that didn't happen.
Sure we can. We have, you won.
That would be funny if that was the Erdlu, if like they came to sell the one they had stolen. But no, it's different Erdlu. Okay, so hours have gone by, and you're all here when suddenly,
Pineapples.
Jorn disappears. Whoosh. And the cage is going to drop into the silt.
I'll try to hold it up. Like I'll just to hold onto it, but it doesn't sink into the silt.
Are the bars big enough that I can get out?
So there's one way out of the cage, and that is this hatch that's on the top of it.
How
Elemental!
far away are we from the island?
10
To
miles.
get here?
10 miles away.
I'm gonna try to hold up the cage.
Okay.
Hold on.
I will send the flying carpet in the air elemental to help.
This does require a strength check because it's quite heavy with 2 Erdlu and several adventurers in it.
Yep, I'm gonna do my roll
It
again.
has the,
What is the hatch made of?
the flying carpet.
The hatch is made out of iron. Pig iron.
29?
Yeah, it's
29?
difficult, but you hold the cage up. You feel like you can't do this for long, but you temporarily hold the cage upright so it doesn't dip down into the silt.
Get out of there!
I'm gonna double check if you heard me
What's up?
before. Did you?
I
did you
transform
hear
into
what
an
I
air
said?
elemental.
I mean, there were 3 people talking over you at the time, so if you said something just now, I didn't hear it.
I was sending the flying carpet and the air elemental to help him keep the thing afloat.
The flying carpet can't do something like that. I guess the air elemental might be able to help.
Can it doesn't it have like a magic lifting power or something?
It's got people on it, so it can't get under the cage and hold it up without crushing them.
get out of the cage.
Okay.
The cage lighter for me. I can carry. I can hold it.
I will cast 4 small fire elements, and they're going to go on each one of the corners to try to help keep this thing up.
All right.
All I'm doing is holding it so that you guys can get out of it, and then I'm gonna let it go.
What, the giants, did they disappear?
So, Snave is still holding up his end, but Jorn suddenly disappeared under the silt.
Oh. What happened to your friend, Snave?
Snave turns around and looks and says, Jorn! Lazy Jorn! Where it disappeared to?
Probably in the hole behind.
I'm gonna
I
go
tell-
scout
So
around.
Jordan, I think he went down. He went
I
down.
will use Arcane Eye to figure out what's wrong.
Alright, so you're going to send your arcane eye to look where he is. What you're going to see is that he is pulled under the silt in this spot here. And there are currently a couple tentacles wrapped around his neck. We got like one here. I got one here.
Okay, I am back.
Welcome back.
Oh, I see a silt horror, of course.
You know the drill.
Did he even make a noise when he pulled over?
Wait,
I
we,
will inform Snave that Jorn has been pulled under by a Silphar and that he needs to go get him.
we
I
got
have a plan. I have a plan.
Is everybody out of the cage?
No.
I don't know if Orin has a way to.
I can teleport out.
Okay.
Well, I mean, but you
Is
Okay.
Trentbull gonna die in the cage? Is he okay?
He's in the front.
How many-
He's in the end that's
how
held
many
up.
people do we have, and how many? Oh, whoops, this is what I'm confused about. Yeah. So, Taro can fly on his Terrax. 3 people.
If need be,
or 4
any
people?
extra people can be. If need be, the air elemental and Omen can just lift any extra people out of the cage.
Such as, Tremble.
Saul. Orin.
Orin can walk on the water.
Oh, you can walk on salt. Okay.
Yeah.
With that in
supposed to be in the
mind,
cage.
I informed Snave that his friend got pulled underwater by a silt by a Silphar.
Once
and that
they
he
get
should
out of
probably go
there,
smash it to death.
once they all get out of there and everyone's safe out of the cage, I'm gonna let it go and let Slave hold it by himself because there's no more people in it.
Let's just roll initiative before this gets too complicated, because y'all are trying to do stuff out of order.
Yeah, I need to do something too.
So everybody go ahead and roll your initiatives.
Do I get a roll initiative as an air elemental with my new dex mod?
Sure.
Sweet.
Yeah. Roll the 1.
Yeah.
11. Damn, that's bad. 20. God. Oh.
I assume.
Let me load up my stats here. Go into the web.
Welcome to the dark and reminiscing.
How much does a silt horror have? Silt horror has 1.
I can hardly wait. I said to myself.
Alright, who do we have to roll for? We have to roll for Soul, who rolled a 1, which gives him a 6. Oh wait, that's ring sights. This one.
I just set my initiative. What the hell?
Ringsite, what's your initiative?
Sorry, 0, nothing. I roll the initiative. Sorry, my brain wasn't working there. Yep, that's perfectly fine to me.
What's your initiative? 10?
All right.
Yeah.
So we had a surprise round. Jorn drowns. Siltar attacks the shit out of him. And then Long, what do you do?
Is the Siltar, like, is its, like, eyes poking up above the sand, or is it just, like, we don't even really see it?
Yeah, nobody sees a thing.
I will go underneath the silt and fly around through it until I see the Siltar.
Okay.
I have 90 feet of movement. Do I find it in 90 feet of movement?
You can't see it, but you're touching it.
Okay. I will just vacuum up the silt and, like, blast it into what I assume are its eyes or its face and make it eat silt.
Siltars are designed to do that, though. I mean, it's not going to affect it at all. Like, not even a little bit.
Punch it.
Yeah, punch is more effective.
Blast it.
Yeah. Give it the old slam. I don't think these things even have eyes.
And bonus action rage.
If this thing doesn't have eyes, that's a lot of strange circles on its forehead.
It's got tremor sense 240 feet, but no eyeballs.
Okay, never mind that. The model's inaccurate then, whatever. I smack it then. Wait, what is the plus to hit? Plus 8. Okay, 19 and 18 hit.
Yep. Hit.
Okay. 2, Alright, he takes 27 points of bludgeoning damage.
Solid. That's a heavy hit.
That's my turn.
Krius from up in the air on a carpet.
Okay.
You see that the cage drops down into the silt and there's a bit of a commotion down there. What do you want to do?
How far are we from right now?
You're probably flying within 30 feet up in the air.
30 feet! Alright, I'm gonna fly down straight into it.
Oh wait, you wouldn't see where it was. I would do one other thing on my turn actually. Would you say I have more feet of movement by the time I reach the Siltar Ninja, or did I use all my movement just getting to it?
The hell? Hang on.
I have 90 feet of movement as an air element.
Why is it creating a thing here? I'm trying to create a hidden area. Did that help? Can you see the grid now?
Yeah. Okay, so it was only like 15, 20 feet away from the cage. I would have flown up another like 10, 20 foot out of the sand, and then I'll point down where the Siltar is.
Alright, so you let everyone know you're pointing at it?
If the Siltar can bite with its face as I leave its threatened range when I go up above the silt, then it can do that.
Alright. One of its tentacles lashes out at you and slaps with a 23 to hit. It's going to do 12 tentacle damage.
Bludgeoning?
Yeah, bludgeoning.
Are we supposed to, Grimorn, are we supposed to roll our, Curious Beast health?
Yeah. Yeah, you would have had it.
Could have eaten that on the way out here in the last 4 or 5 hours. So,
Said 12,
the
so
tentacle
just got
attempts to grapple you, but I assume it's going to fail against a air elemental. It can't
does,
actually
yeah.
get anything.
Can't grab.
All right.
Right.
So Trimble is up at the front. He's going to go and he's going to try to push the hatch open. He uses all of his might and he gets the hatch to pop open, and then he's going to climb from inside up onto the top of the cage.
Can I do my action?
What do you do?
I flew straight down until I can touch the giant. Okay.
You're going to go into the silt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold my breath, but I'm flying. And I am, let me double check. Boom. Where the giant is, where I'm at. Spiritual Guardian. To try to melt all these tentacles that are attached to him and hurt the creature. You can roll DC 19 Wisdom.
Fail.
I don't really expect the giant cluster of blind tentacles to be smart.
Me neither. Perfect spell for that.
They got street smarts.
Silk Smarts?
No, I don't.
Silk
No.
Smarts? No?
So how much radiant damage is that?
In no sense.
Give me a second. Rolling. Oh my. 41 damage. And he is slowed. And I don't know, what am I
Get the drop on something.
holding on when I'm holding on to the giant? What part of his body? Like I was hoping like to get like his shoulder and hook myself to him, you know, so when he like gets back on his feet, he drags me back up to the surface.
Hang on, what?
So what am I grabbing on? Like I'm grabbing the giant, huh? Like I'm grabbing onto the giant?
You can't lift him.
No, I'm not trying to lift him, but I'm trying to melt these tentacles with that spell. So when he gets up, he pulls me back up to the surface.
All right, you're hoping he's going to grab you and take you up out of the silt. That's fine.
Oh, I'm holding to him.
Okay.
Like when I went to the bottom, like I try to like, let's say I try to get his arm or shoulder or something like that.
When you touch him, he doesn't respond.
Oh, does he feel cold?
Well, he didn't freeze instantly or anything like
No,
that.
Does he feel like he's dead?
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
How did he instantly get killed?
The silt can instantly kill you.
He is a runt of the litter too.
Oh, so I'm like, oh shit.
There's a con save, and if you fail it, you're dead.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Yeah, you should really read that thing about the silt. It's way deadlier than you think.
Can I fly back to the surface?
Yes.
Would you happen to have any revivification down there?
That's when you start trying to breathe in, or that's just like just being in it.
So he was pulled in without being able to hold his breath, and then he drowned, which immediately, no matter how many hit points you have, it drops you to 0. And then you have a number of turns equal to your con save before you start making death saves, and then you die.
Okay, so I am going to.
So the The Giant's condition technically is 0 hit points, but he doesn't have to make death saves for another 5 or 6 turns.
Okay, so I'm doing a healing word on him. Real quick.
I think that just get instantly undone the second he opens his mouth.
I'm gonna ope, okay? Ope is a good thing. And then the tentacles maybe, you know.
Well, the healing word will wake him up. He won't be dead anymore. So that's helpful.
Yeah.
How much health does he get?
He's getting 6 health.
All right, he's got 6 hit points.
I'm holding to his shoulder and I'm like, like shaking.
This is going to be interesting because like the guide really intends for him to die here. So if you could save him, it's going to be impressive.
I can heal sometimes.
So Trimbull's going to climb up onto the surface and he's going to look and he can't really see the creature. He's going to...
You will see though at the top of the surface of the silt, he's gonna see the top of my sphere, that is kind of the fire coming out, the A's.
He draws his bow, he draws an arrow, he knocks it, he readies a shot for when he has a target, but he doesn't yet. After Trimbull, the Sildhar. The Sildhar, it's got the Giant. It's got him in a grapple, and he's currently held. And 2 of its tentacles are occupied in doing that, but it's going to take other tentacles and it's going to lash out at people. So, Krius, when you got low here, did you fly back up high? How high up did you fly? Because the thing can only go 30 feet, so you're probably not too high up out of the silt.
No.
The thing has a 15-foot reach.
Oh, it can reach me.
All right, so I'm gonna make.
If he's getting in the bubble again, though, he's gonna be taking the damage again.
Let's see here. He makes 2 attacks against you with his arms.
Okay. And they're slowed, I guess.
He didn't have to move. He's just attacking with range.
Okay.
He's got a 28 and a 20.
The 28 hits.
All right, so. The 28, the tentacle is going to slap you, and I'll look here. All right. It does 6 damage, and you are grappled.
Okay. I'm gonna roll my extra health. Okay. I haven't done that yet. I get the plus 10, okay. So I'm at plus 4. I got a counter for that. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm good.
2 of the tentacles are going to lash out at the cage itself. Cage has armor class 18. I've got a 14 and a 13. Neither of those hits. It's going to lash out with 2 more attacks at the cage. There's a bunch of food in that cage, and this is a very hungry creature. So it's trying to rip that side of the cage right off. It's got a 19 and a 21. Both of those hit. All right, so the cage is going to take 12 damage. Whap, whap. That really rattled the cage. Trimbull is shaken, but he's got really good balance, so he doesn't fall off. Okay, that was a Sildhar. Taurus.
Hey!
Now remember, you are currently holding the cage up to keep it from dipping down into the silt.
Damn it, man!
So what can you do with no hands? Suppose you could kick. Do you want to kick?
Who is in the cage still?
In the cage, there's 2 Erdlus, Morg, Orin, a Silt Spawn.
And the Silt Spawn was one of the Erdlus. I just had a token laying around.
I thought Morg went elemental.
I did.
Okay, so he's not in there.
It was just like my figure was left and I couldn't grab it or something myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do what I was gonna do, and Snave is still holding on to the cage, isn't he?
Yeah, he's holding the front of it.
Okay, I'm letting go.
Okay.
I want to make sure everyone got a chance to get out. So my interact's gonna be to let go of it.
Okay, everybody plunges down into the silt if they're at the left side of the cage. Or the back side, I should say.
And I am going to... Do I see any tentacles right now?
Well, there's two that are wrapped around the giant at your feet.
At my feet?
Yeah, do you want to hack at those tentacles to free him? Because he's currently in a grapple. Which means when his turn comes up, he'd have to try to break free.
Well, I currently have my Silt Skimmer, which I don't have the damage ready for that. Hold on. Yeah. I got my Silt Strider. I'm going to attack with the Silt Strider. What's my hit on that thing?
The Silt Strider Spear.
I have to attack with Reckless because it's giant sized, you won't have disadvantage. So this is for normal. I have it a 2-hit. Oh wait, I did the calculations on my sheet. Oh, here we go. So let's try it. Long spear, giant size. It's 3d8. Requires huge ogre. Disadvantage for large ogre. Oh, yeah. We never discussed what, oh, wait. Oh, it's +2. It's a +2 weapon. That's right. Okay, so it's going to be whatever my Rosto's ball is. It's going to be equal to that. It's a +10 to hit. Okay. But I don't get advantage on it. If I use my right, I have disadvantage on it, sorry. If I take off my thing, I can go ahead and do it. So my bonus action is going to be the Rage. And here's my attack. Oh, God. 31 to hit?
That hits.
Huh.
Fucking murder it.
Yeah, right? It's almost a crit. See, crits I get plus 4 damage on crits. So 3d8.
Wait, is it a crit or is it almost a crit?
Almost a crit. It's almost a crit. 3d8.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
It's 36 damage on the first one. Second one. Second hit. That is a crit, though.
Nice.
Baby! That's gonna be +4 damage.
Let's go!
All right, you chop both of the tentacles clean off, freeing the giant.
Boom! I'm just gonna, yeah, I want to see how much damage this is. It's 3d8. I get a brutal critical, right? So brutal critical is
An extra dice.
I'm good. No, because I'm 12 now, so I get
2 extra dice.
something like that.
Yeah, I just looked it up. That's what the Giants have too. That's what I was doing last night when I was building their stat blocks.
So I do on one of the tentacles. Well, that's not a lot. Considering
A lot of ones.
3 fucking 1s and 2 2s.
Well, a crit's exceptional,
Oh,
which means you could re-roll. But only one of
Roll
them.
all the ones.
Just one of them.
Well, I can do my psi. My psi. I just reroll one of those.
Yeah, so you could re-roll 2. Huzzah!
47 more damage.
Okay. Chop
So
chop.
42 damage. Boom. Oh, plus 4. Because it's a crit.
All right. Cleave those tentacles right off.
Cool. And that's my turn.
Ring sight.
So can I see the giants at all? Or the silt horror?
No. But you do see a wind elemental pointing at it, and you see Taurus fighting some tentacles.
And you see some smoldering too at the top of the silt.
Does my arcane eyes see it?
If you still have your arcane eye parked there, you can see it, yeah.
Okay, then plan. Well, plan my plan. I don't have any fancy language for it. I shall use. Ah, we kind of forgot about the timer, didn't we? Oh well.
Oh, yeah. Joe, you haven't been keeping time.
No, not today.
That's why you're falling
I
asleep,
will
Joe.
use teleport.
The timekeeping is what kept you active, kept you awake and focused.
Well, I've been up since 6 o'clock this
I will
morning. Then
use-
take a nap tonight.
I will use my bonus action to shove the giant out of the silt.
Because he weighs thousands and thousands of pounds, I'm going to say that's impossible.
Oh, but it says I can shove one creature.
Yeah, unfortunately, he weighs too much.
Oh, I don't say that. It's not the rules.
Nah, it's just a DM thing.
I'm not actually disputing. I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
Good
Am
try,
I still
good try.
grappled?
I love common sense.
No,
Common sense trumps here. I expect it to trump in other places regarding this rule.
you are indeed still grappled.
Okay. Psychic Lance. Make an intelligence save.
Can you Psychic Lance while maintaining concentration on your eye, or does the eye go away?
Psychic Lance is a spell, not a concentration.
So you can maintain a concentration and cast other spells?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Can't do
Anyway.
It's a wisdom save, right?
Intelligence.
Intelligence, huh? Oh, that's not good. I get a 4. Or is it a 5? Yeah, it's a 5.
I don't think
Full
he
damage.
didn't quite make it. I don't think.
Yeah, he didn't quite make it.
That means that he is currently. Well, first he must suffer before he, gets to go into. Suffering from. It doesn't say what exactly hurt him. I guess I just grabbed a bit of my own brain and chucked it at him.
You send a psionic pulse of pain into the mind of the horror. 25 damage. Boom.
He also
That spear in his fucking face.
incapacitated, meaning he drops all his nonsense.
Okay. I guess Gramorn is no longer grappled then if he's been incapacitated.
Unless it's like an automatic thing, like.
Yeah, you know what?
Like,
It is a octopus tentacle, so even though he's not actively gripping you, I'm just gonna say the tentacle remains wrapped around Gramorn. So you'll have to
I
like
regret saying that. I apologize. For
No, those things are sticky.
they are
Even
sticky,
when
they got
they're-
suction cups, so even though he's like unconscious, I'm gonna say it requires some disentanglement.
But it's not gonna fight you.
Nah, it's not gonna fight you on it. I'll lower the DC even.
Maybe the giant, when it gets up, he can help me out.
Snave lets out a scream and runs away.
What the fuck?
Where the frick are you going?
Oh
He-
hell no!
Disappears off into the silt with a
I
with a
was holding to him.
tremendous thump. No, you were holding to Jorn.
Oh yeah, the one behind, the one on the ground in the silt.
What happened to
What?
Great Hunter? I smell bitch.
Trimble is knocked prone. Oof! He tumbles across the cage as it drops to the silt.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, Jorn, I'm
It'd be funny if he
I'm
got immediately caught by another silt horror because he wasn't paying attention.
Jorn struggles and fights his way to his feet.
Is he pulling me up at the same time?
Yeah, he pulls you up out of the silt, I guess.
Oh!
Nice.
Wait, okay, sorry to interrupt, but I didn't realize something. You said that. I thought what you said was the one on the floor ran away the second that he was, like, woke up. Which made me think, oh, wait, what? Okay.
No, the one in the front.
That made me think
Snave.
that made sense.
Snave ran away. Jorn, with his 6 hit points, stands up.
Oh
This
my
guy's
god.
standing tall.
The silt horror makes an attack against Jorn and kills him. Jorn makes a con save.
Attacking while he's unconscious.
Oh yeah, he
Trying to
can't.
heal him.
Yeah, never mind. He is
I was like, wait, what is
incapacitated.
Up, he died again?
All right. Well, if he's incapacitated, I guess combat's over.
Well,
Wait. What?
yeah.
Can we just pull the
I
cage and
agree.
run away?
Well, hang on, I'm confused too.
I want to command the Snave to get back here.
Now he already ran away.
I will fly up to the flank carpet, and I'm gonna do another small heal to this guy. Okay, to the giant.
Okay.
Can I use my ring of jumping along with the Silt Strider to just jump after him and try to catch up to him?
No, he got away.
He gains 9 health.
Can someone fly after him?
So, if everyone's fine currently to not drown in silt, I'm just gonna send the air elemental after him.
I mean, have you guys forgotten about the monster? It's only incapacitated.
Yeah, I think we should get away from here.
No, I think we should kill it.
Combat was effectively
I'm
over.
gonna fucking kill it. I'm not gonna run. I'm not
I don't think
Snave.
we have the ability to carry that many pounds of meat right now.
No.
Combat's over, but if you don't kill it immediately, combat starts again.
I'm killing it. I am not.
Okay.
I am not running away. I am gonna stab this thing in the.
How many turns does this stay
Wait,
incapacitated?
stop.
1 turn.
Wait, hold on, listen. How about we, instead of killing meat that we can't take, we tell the giants, hey, free thing here, come over, we'll tell you the location. If you do it. If you
We
do
are
us a
10
favor.
miles or half a day's travel.
Yeah, no,
From-
thank you. Thank
We
you.
are not. We are not a
It's-
mile offshore.
A bunch it a lot.
It's my turn next, isn't it?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. We're out of combat turns, so you can do whatever you want now.
So I will, along with Taurus, coup de grace this thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stab it in the head. Let's keep stabbing.
We Persona 5 team attack it.
Yes, that's fair.
Okay.
I tell
Done.
Jorn to
Now,
move back.
Late for apologies.
Next thing, Trimble. Is he alive? Is he?
Oh yeah. Now he's going to stand up. He was covered in silt, but he was holding his breath carefully, and he stands up, and his head sticks up out of the silt. He's maybe like up to his waist in the silt, standing here on the top of the cage. He looks off in the distance after the giant and says, I hope he's coming back. What about the other one? The other giant leans up against the cage, coughing up silt. And he seems in pretty poor health and says, he's probably got the Grey Death. This isn't good.
What's the Grey Death?
And
You inhale the wind blowing off the silt.
yeah.
We have not quite fiberglass, emphysema of the lungs, where your lung cilia are chopped up.
Basically, he's got permanent con damage now.
Krius cured that before, didn't he?
I mean, you could use a greater restoration on him to fix it, but he's in bad shape. But alive. He'll live at least for a while now.
I don't have the mats to do that, but I could correct that later on when our way back. It's a big ask in the middle of the silt to do a greater restoration.
Jordan is going to thank you. He was sure he was about to die. His whole life flashed before his eyes. He saw his youth where he suckled at his mama's teat, and he saw his childhood hunting with his brothers, and his midlife where he married a good giant wife with a cow head that's real pretty. She has the best udders and all this, and he's just going on in Broken Giant about how he thought he was a goner, and he's crying.
Well, when we get to a place where we can safely rest, come back to me and I can heal you a little bit more.
Can Jorn? Okay, I'm gonna do this in the networked telepathy. Do you think that Jorn could take Taurus? Because otherwise we could make it with the flying carpet and myself. I mean, if Jorn can't handle the entire crate or cage by himself, could he at least take Taurus? Because then that we would be able to
I can walk. I can walk on my own.
That would slow us down if Taurus. But it might be the best thing to do right now in the situation that we're here.
I can walk. I can walk across sills.
Oh.
I can't keep up at their pace. I can only go 45 feet per turn, and it's difficult terrain, so I have to walk like, what, 22 feet per second, or feet per turn?
That's not the end of the world. Yeah, we could make it there right now.
At double time, I could do 45 a turn. So I'd have to double time to keep up with Jorn walking regular. But I can also help carry the crate. Which is going to exhaust.
All that there is in the crate is Erdlu, right? Are the Erdlu even still alive at this point?
When the crate was dropped into the silt, the Erdlu would climb up out of the crate onto the top of it here to get out of the silt.
Okay.
Why do we have a Erdlu?
Smart.
That was from
trade. For trade.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh. Okay. So the least amount of weight, the better. But we can walk with this cage and all that stuff. I don't have a problem. The weight isn't the problem. Walking in the silt isn't the problem. It's the pace that's the problem.
Jorn is gonna claw at the cage and say, "Groth, be mad! Can't leave food behind."
Okay.
I'd say
just take one of the tentacles.
These tentacles are like 100-something pounds a piece, I think.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Can you carry that, Jordan? Is that gonna be a problem if we bring that in the cage?
With you and Taurus, like with Taurus and Jorn moving this thing, you're gonna be moving at like half speed, but you could do it.
I don't have a super amount of strength, but could I help?
Well,
I can help for a few hours while I'm in the air.
You can offload a bunch of weight onto the flying carpet, and that would help, because it can carry 1,600 pounds.
Is there a problem with leaving the silt horror here to get it later?
The things in the desert would eat it.
Right, that's not gonna stay.
We're taking tentacles. We're not taking the whole thing. Yeah, we're just taking some tentacles.
I mean, if each tentacle is only 150 pounds, then you put all of it on the carpet.
We brought 3 tentacles last time, and they were 333 pounds.
Yeah, each one counts as like a medium creature by itself. But you can throw it over your shoulder, throw it into the cage.
It's good food for the giant.
Yeah, he can regain his strength by eating tentacle. Delicious tentacle.
To barter a bit.
Ted's.
That's true. Giants love it. It's a good bartering tool.
As hard as that is for Orin to get out of his mouth.
We'll fill this crate up with tentacles, and we'll keep walking. We're just going to take a long time to get there.
Okay, so you're moving pretty slow, but you travel for a little ways, and before long you see giants on the horizon approaching you.
We have reinforcements, hurrah!
Are these friends of yours?
Before they get too close to us, I would ask the party on the carpet to go check it out.
Jorn, are these friends of yours?
Is that your cow wife?
That Groth leader. Okay, Groth is approaching with Snave.
Oh, he went to go get help. You fucking asshole.
We saved Jorn without you, Snave.
Okay, hang on. Let me read a thing here. So, it has by me pleased that you good still, very strong enemy, change my thought and make me for to run. He turns to the other giant here, Groth, and says, "These are the tall dwarf of Lazrag and his slaves."
Did he just call us tall dwarves?
He called Trenbull. He called Trenbull the tall dwarf, and the rest of you his slaves.
Yes.
If he
But he
hold on.
I know. I was waiting for it.
Hold on. I know, Slave. I Taurus, great hunter. You see me hit help? I carry this thing because I'm strong. And I do my flex. And that made me really pissed off, so now I'm gonna rage.
Again.
Hold on. Wait a second. I gotta rage. And now I gotta hit my flex.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
I gotta hit my flex. Cause I'm angry now. You left us, and I had to carry this thing, and I'm rolling a 32 strength. Boom.
He runs away, comes back, says the monster made me do it, so just lying directly to our faces, and then it's like, here's the tall dwarf and his slave army, and it's like,
Taurus
bad. Several points into our bad graces.
Well, is there a place where we can go and have some shelter? We still need to help your friend Jorn here. He's not in the best condition.
You would not like me when I'm angry.
Okay, hold on. There's a situation.
What's the situation?
Snave explains his agreement to carry you to the island Avigdar. And Groth says, "We cannot carry you all. We must quickly, the food with us." Snave will explain that their entire Erdlu herd has recently been stolen, and there is only one clan member left at the cave to defend their home. They cannot take you along because the extra weight will slow them down. They need to hurry and get their herd back right now, and they're about to leave. What do you say?
Well, most of us can be on this flying carpet.
I'm just gonna try to keep up.
That would help.
Are they just gonna abandon? They're not abandoning the cave to the right.
Does anybody have haste?
Okay, so the situation is, Groth and Snave come back here to see if they could save Jorn. Groth is saying that the Erdlus have been stolen, we need to go get them, and he's gathering his people to go get the Erdlu, and he's saying, "We've got no time for you little dwarves. We need to go get our Erdlu. Come with me right now, Snave and Jorn." So they're going to leave you and the cage here in the middle of nowhere while they leave.
We can help you. We can help you with that.
Oh? You help us get Erdlu?
Yeah, we just killed this fucking Siltor and saved
We just
Jorn.
saved
I think
Jorn.
we can help you get some Erdlu.
Wait, hold on. Jorn, tell your fine leader what we did for you.
Okay, Jorn is going to say, "Was surprised by Siltar. Choked on sand. Pass out. Wake up, magic, heal. Feel better. Get up out of silt, not die. But have bad cough." So, Groth nods and says, "Me tell many time bad to breathe sand. Big dum-dum." And Jorn say, "Me not do on purpose."
Well, I tell him.
Also, we killed the silt horror. We can help you. Also, we have lots of food in this crate.
All right, so Groth is going to listen with growing interest when you offer to help him and says, Fine, we all go. We rescue Erdlu. Come now."
We should, yeah. I'm tired of carrying this thing.
Yeah, we'll go.
All right.
They're pulling it.
Also, what kind of magician is Groth? What does he do?
Groth is just a leader of giants. He is also a barbarian.
Oh, he had a fancy stick and a cool hat with markings on it.
Yeah, he sure does.
So, I tell him he can't leave food. Look at all the food in cage.
Oh yeah, they're gonna bring it with them.
I like the idea of a monk who dresses up with a wizard hat so that people don't know that he just punches everyone in the face.
He's a straight up
So,
totem barbarian. All of these guys are totem barbarians, and their totem is whatever animal head they have.
I love it.
There's even made up totems, like the goat head totem is like a special one. They get a headbutt.
I'm gonna say something like writing doesn't exist, but these fucking dumb giants have writing. They have runes and stuff.
Yep.
It's not writing necessarily. Shapes.
Yeah, shapes. Sigils. It's kind of writing, though.
And when we go to the next map, I left my character on the other map.
Oh, the town map?
Yeah, I was asleep.
Hang on.
Wait,
I
is he
didn't
just
get
gonna
mine.
leave us here to die before that?
I didn't get my character out of there.
Yeah, we're staying on that
Pretty
map.
much.
He's just got to get Taurus off this one, and we're going right back.
As I heard just now.
Yeah, pretty much it looked like he was just gonna leave us to drown in the sand and drop the box in there.
Yeah, we got him. He's gonna take it with him. Alright.
No, Tara's concern was that before we convinced him, he was just gonna leave us in the middle of fucking nowhere in the sill, and the cage just dropped into the sill, and we would die.
Yeah, Tremville's gonna be thinking about that too.
He knew it was a risky plan.
Anyways. Yeah, I tell him I'm Taurus Great Hunter. You can't leave me.
If he tried that, throw up the freaking leap in his face and punch him until he gave up and agreed to take us.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, when you offered to help them get the Erdlu back from the raiders that stole them, he did finally agree to pick you up and bring the cage and all.
Does he just want us to be decoys? I can't expect that he thinks that we're competent for
Well, he was explaining that they're understaffed. They only have one defender at the cave. The others are out looking for the Erdlu.
Alright, we're gonna get a move on?
All right, you continue on. Having successfully negotiated the rest of the distance to Durgaz, you travel across a slate-gray
Does
rocky
Sephora have
plain.
Any treasure on it, by the way?
Well, you did say you ripped all the tentacles off, but nobody said they, like, carved it open and checked its stomach contents for treasure.
No,
We,
we
like,
can't do
stabbed
that. We can't do that.
It's very difficult when its body is buried down in the silt, and the silt is
Right.
as deadly as it is.
Okay.
Now, if you had a diving hood, you could go down there and make that survival
Which I
check.
wanted to buy, but it's okay.
I thought you did.
He didn't have
Oh.
I have coin. I have the coin.
Yeah, all it was like 10 gold. If you had the 10 gold,
Right.
you could buy it. That's what I said. I
So
thought you did.
Then I have that at least. I
Yeah.
was also seeing about the siltweave tunic, but it's
that
fine.
was 50 gold.
Yes. I have that.
No, but he said if you have it, buy it.
Yeah, if you got the money, buy it.
But I thought we had to do things only through barter, he said.
No, they don't have coin, but if you do, you can pay for whatever you want. It's just that they don't have coin to buy your stuff.
Clear. Okay. Well, then yes, I would like this the siltweave tunic actually.
Okay, so just retcon that you did buy those items, because you would have.
Okay.
You wanted to.
All
You
right,
had the money.
then, is that something that we have time for to go ahead and address this? Field
Hell
dressing
yeah.
this.
I assume we would. They were, what, 10 miles away from the island? They fucking save, what's his name? He ran 10 miles and then 10 miles back, so...
There's supposed to be a nice chunk of time Like, they actually want you to have Trenbull tell his sad tale of his father being kidnapped when you're stuck out here on the cage, but you asked him back in town, so I told it then. But there's supposed to be enough time for him to tell that whole story out here before the Giants return.
570 CP is our split from all that stuff. So if he was able to sell his stuff to the accessory guy, or buy that stuff from the accessory guy, we would have been able to sell all those little things: the Fire Drake trophy, slave collars, jewelry box, and the copper flagons.
And he bought it from the clothier, though, not from the accessory shop.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, was the 500 something on top of the 20 gold?
No,
we got before?
no.
He's just talking about stuff you guys couldn't sell.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Continue.
Okay, so you guys arrive at Durgaz. Everybody grab your figurines off this map here.
What would have Warren found?
So right, if we're field dressing this,
Where's my character?
Yeah, you just have to roll a survival check.
I roll a survival check. You said.
Uh-huh.
Clear. Okay.
I'm grabbing the Giants off this board.
If I hold,
You got him?
hold
All
a
right.
rope, if I hold a rope for him, can I assist him since I have a proficiency in survival?
Yeah, if
You
you
guys
got
see my
proficiency, you
character?
can roll it. I think
Cool, alright.
I think he grabbed it.
16.
They're all over in Taro spot.
And you know what? I'm gonna throw a D10 at this. One of my
You
dice.
got advantage, baby. There's advantage.
Okay.
There you go, buddy.
It was on the cage. Where'd it go?
My character was on the flying carpet.
Oh, I see my arrow.
Oh, I got it. I found it.
Okay, so the 16 is still holding true, but I'm gonna throw one of my Sonic Nax at this. And so it was 16. So the roll comes out to a 23 on the survival.
All right. You check the stomach contents to see if maybe it had eaten something. Deep down in the bile ducts of the creature.
Yeah, I thought you had gotten all that stuff.
Well, I wanted to, but it was kind of hard to get a word in edgewise sometimes, and I just was trying to, let people have their say. But I wasn't sure if maybe the problem was I just, wasn't being heard, and I guess that was the case for one of the situations. But it's all good.
Yeah, that was the stuff we were talking about in that chat the day before we played last week.
I had you muted on my end. I think you were making some really loud, obnoxious noises into the mic when people were trying to talk, and I might have muted you last week.
Oh, I'm sorry. If I was breathing in the mic or something.
Yeah, it was like breathing into the mic.
Okay, let me do better with that.
It was like some. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna mute that.
So much. Yeah, please let me know next time. I will not take it personally. I'm sorry.
We were talking about the week before last. Just seeing that thing. The week before last, we were saying we spent a lot of time doing. I don't know about the RP stuff wasn't bothering me when we had to go, have the dinner and stuff. It's like the shopping and stuff we could have done all weekend. Like all weekend you had to do shopping and decide what you wanted to buy. You had all weekend. He literally said at the end of the last session, you have until next week to figure out what you want to buy.
I had that all figured out.
And we still spent an hour and a half trying to shop.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I just need to be better about sending messages in Discord. I could have had that taken care of too. I apologize.
No, not just you sent a list. You said I want to buy these things.
Okay.
Well, I'm quite satisfied how the shopping turned out.
Yeah, you got some cool items.
I just wanted to be a little faster, guys. Just
Yes,
with
sir.
the shopping stuff.
You got it.
If someone else feels differently, I'll stop.
No. It's fair. It's a fair point. It's an absolutely fair point. So moving on.
Yeah.
Let's.
What do you get, Ninja?
Right.
Let's see it.
You found some things. some things and some stuff.
Things and stuff.
Several
Like
gems
things,
and a ring.
like stuff. Ooh,
Ring.
it's a ring.
Is it a magical ring?
Walking through the dark and reminiscing.
Here's the note card. I don't want to put it on the silt, so I'll put it over here in front of Krius.
Please post it in Discord. I closed Tabletop.
I mean, it's just some gems. I assume Taurus is probably going to want to grab the gems, and you guys are going to want to do an identify on the ring, probably.
Gems. Gems.
You can't actually identify right now. Your dwarf isn't here. You can detect magic, though. Somebody want to cast it?
Taurus, are any of the gems diamonds that you would willingly let
they're all
us
cheap
use them
gems.
for? Huh? Oh, what?
These are all
Where did the card go?
It's in front of Krius' name.
But do you happen to
Someone
have
need a
any in
diamond?
your storage earring?
I have a diamond. Do we need a diamond?
I use
100
diamonds.
GP worth diamonds for greater restoration.
I have 5 of those actually.
Like all
100
diamonds,
CP
all the diamonds that you have, I can use for spells.
I'm not giving you all my diamonds. You need one
Ah.
right now?
Alright, there we go.
It's gonna be bad the day where you're gonna need a greater restoration, or if I have to revive you.
Plus, the diamond has to be turned into dust first, so we kind of need to grind them up.
I can crush diamonds.
Okay, Superman.
You
I'll
just
take
get
these-
2 of them and you smack them together.
I'm gonna take these gems and I'll give Grimoire a diamond instead. That's only 40 CP worth of gems. 1 obsidian, a moss agate, turquoise, blue quartz.
Does Taurus, do you have a preference of the diamonds? Like if it's bigger, you like it more, or is it just shiny clarity?
Shiny bigger. Shiny bigger.
Shiny and bigger. Okay. If they're small ones, do you care if we grind up all the small ones to get a total amount of dust together for the spell?
I don't have small ones.
Oh.
I only have one size. No, seriously, I wasn't tracking. I had gems before, but I wasn't tracking different size gems. They were all one size.
They're Taurus sized.
See, turquoise.
Yeah, so it have to be worth like 100 CP.
Yeah, I have the 100 CP ones. Those are the ones I was keeping. Oh, thanks. I'm taking one off of mine. That's to you.
Hey Joe, are you in front of your computer? Can you put a image on this token here?
So I can do a greater restoration on the giant that has been suffering from
What's the image?
lung cancer.
Durgaz. Okay, you cure his lung cancer miraculously. He lets out a powerful cough, and all the sand comes out of his lungs.
Oh, he's spitting glass out of his lungs.
Yep, it turns into liquefied glass as it's sucked out of his lungs.
Their greater restoration melts it
There you go.
inside.
Thank you.
The power of fire gods.
Okay, so you
I
guys...
use the wind to shape it.
You guys just arrive right here.
You become a glass blower.
Alright, I took all those.
I will
Is-
call this work of art cancer.
You don't like it? It's too yellow?
Is this the island where the Arakites are, or are they on a further island?
This is the island the Arakites are on.
Are they the bastards that
second.
stole the Erdlus?
Ooh, that's a thought.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Hey, who exactly stole your stuff?
Good question. We don't know. We're looking for them right now.
Huh. I see.
I'm telling you, they
Wait,
totally
can I
deserve to
scry
be.
multiple times? Scry.
Okay, so having traveled the rest of the distance to Durgaz, you travel across a slate gray rocky plain towards a range of jagged black mountains. So I guess that would be these mountains here. So you hit the coastline, you come up out of the silt, you travel this way towards the mountains. The ground is so barren here that... Go ahead.
Never mind.
The ground here is so barren that even a well-worn path would be indistinguishable from the wasteland. The slope begins to rise sharply as black crags of stone push up through the plain below. You see small vents in the natural caves in the rock around you. Suddenly, the shiny blackness of rock gives way to the dull void of a huge cavern entrance. "Boru! Boru!" Groth calls. "We are back!" Boru, a smaller wolf-head giant with streaks of gray in his hair, emerges from the darkness of the cave. Groth will allow the party to rest if you need to. He'll assign Snave to stay with you while he and Boru look for sticks and boulders they can use as weapons. They plan to prepare their cave in case of another attack. Yeah, all day. This is like late at night now. So if you want to rest, this is...
Long rest?
If you guys want to rest, now is your chance to rest.
Yes,
real
let's
quick,
do
I
it.
need to make a con save.
Long rest.
Okay.
I mean, I know we're gonna rest, but I still need to make a con save.
I'm gonna rest and I'm gonna heal this giant a bunch, okay?
Because he did the... Because he did the force march, you mean?
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
The Jorn guy, how much health does he have total?
He is down 2 con right now.
Oh, no, but like, I did the greater restoration, but I want to heal him too. Like, how much health does he have?
6.
No, he has 15. I gave him like a
He's asking
extra 9.
total amount.
Yeah. Well, if you gave him another 15, he's at 20.
No, I want to
One?
know like what's his max HP?
Maximum HP.
300 something.
Holy shit! Alright.
Yeah, you just need a little.
I'm gonna do a bunch of heals.
dangerous.
He's got heal. He's a barbarian, so he has. Hold on, he's a barbarian, so he has D12 hit dice. He's a giant, so he has double.
Yeah, when he gets a chance to rest, he will heal a lot.
He's gonna heal like
Wait a
hundreds of
second.
HP.
If we bottle some of the silk and like shove it down someone's mouth, does that just do the same thing?
It would be hard to do to force it into somebody's lungs. The whole thing of it is if they know that it's coming and they can hold their breath, then it doesn't have the chance to insta kill.
Shove a bottle of sand into somebody's mouth and force them to inhale.
It's like there's a giant Sarlacc equivalent.
Like they really have to.
in its mouth.
They really have to not see it coming. So you'd have to blind somebody and then dunk them in it for that to happen, and they'd have to fail the con save to pass out instantly.
Alright, it's not that great, but it's
Yeah.
still.
But you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah. It would be tricky, but you could pull it off maybe.
So
I like it. Use the environment to your advantage when you can. The silt is very deadly if you can use it against your enemies. It's just as good as a weapon. Why not?
you're
Manage
managing.
our enemies to start using it against us.
Was the
I think
thing-
I
they
made
stole
the same.
Erdlu, right?
At 23.
Cool.
They just
Yeah.
they stole a bunch of Erdlu.
I heal him for another 24 ninja.
Somebody here on Durgas has stolen our herd of Erdlu.
Ninja, I give him another 24 L.
All right. How many hit dice can you heal in one shot?
What, me?
Let me look this up. The Grit and Glory rules are a little weird.
I think it's as many as your level.
I think that's regular 5e rules, not Great Glory Roll. Great Glory Roll makes it so it's like harder, more mundane to try to heal.
Or half your level. gotta stop eating shit.
You should. That don't sound sanitary.
And they're not until you tried it.
Ask your mom.
Yeah, I can.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely can.
Long rest care. While spending hit dice to recover hit points during the long rest, the creature can choose one of the dice and change it to the maximum. Yeah, I don't think he's doing that. So he can probably just use like any amount of hit dice that he has. That'd be my guess.
You can only regain so many a day.
But he could use all of them if he wanted to.
Yeah. Depending on his level, as a giant, he'd have double hit dice based on his level. Since he's a barbarian, like you said, he would have D12s.
He heals 230 hit points naturally.
Whoa. That's insane.
That's what my character can do too.
There's a lot of 12s in there.
I have a cactus fruit of maximized natural healing, which would make all those max health.
So by the Grit and Glory rules, like if you're paying attention to your healing, like you only get back so many hit dice per long rest. So if he uses 39 of them here, that means he can't do this again until many days have gone by.
Yep.
But if you want to blow it all in one load, 39 D12, 230 hit point heal. That's a pretty good long rest.
Is he still injured?
He had what, 30 something from Krios. He's at 260. He's still got 53 damage, I think.
I'll give him 40 good berries for 40 health.
All right. He's mostly healed. He only has but light scratches now.
And now that we're here and not like doing like on a boat in dangerous situations, I'm gonna send a sending spell telling Mr. Skeleton about all the cool flying elephant stuff I found.
Your contact back in the temple in the ruins of Othend, he's going to say, if you have found artifacts of the religion, make sure that you spread the religion and display the artifacts and tell of the lore to spread the word of our religion, to increase the power of the winged elephant.
I feel like I should stop expecting him to say wise things just because he's a really old skeleton man.
Well, he doesn't have his powers in full yet. He needs more followers. He needs more worship.
He wants you to build a shrine.
He does want a shrine. That would be a big step.
In the shrine, he wants you to put the artifact on.
He is working on it. He sent me some DMs. He wants to build a road out to Othend and turn it into a tourist trap to bring in traders and religious fanatics and travelers.
Fair enough.
So if he does all that, then it will spread his religion quite a bit, but it's very expensive to build roads.
We need more money.
Well, you just spent a lot of money, but it's good. You didn't spend money. Did you?
I did.
With my latest
But
purchase,
that's
I
why
can
we
just
need
about
even
become
more
a silt raider.
Okay, so after a rest, the giants are searching around, and they're going to ask you to search to the south.
I like it.
All right. So you're traveling south. As you walk the wind-scarred ground, Trinbull suddenly stops and says, "Don't move!" He's staring at the ground in front of you. He says, "Everyone move single file, about 20 feet to the right."
Okay. Why?
It's interesting.
Oh, well, he throws a ceramic piece over at the ground where you were about to walk. The entire area collapses into a boiling pit of molten mud.
That was a waste of a ceramic piece.
Well, if I see that happen, I am going to go ahead and take off my shoes, my regular shoes, and I'm gonna go ahead and put on my molten lava walkers.
Oh, you put on your lava walkers? Are you gonna walk across the mud pit?
No, I'm just gonna have them on. I'm not gonna just jump into lava.
In the event.
New magic item. Here's your first opportunity to test it to see if it works.
No.
I mean, technically, this isn't lava. It's boiling mud, but, you know, I'd give you this one. It's fine. It's similar enough.
I imagine he's like, I think I've come well enough prepared.
It is a form of superheated Earth.
So you can walk on it, but you just catch on fire. That's the only little thing.
No. Like, the whole thing of the boots is even if you're walking on lava, it doesn't set you on fire.
Okay, so without my unarmored defense, so when I put the boots on, I have to wear armor, right? So my unarmored defense goes down. I drop 5 AC when I put the boots on.
Yeah, unfortunately, they do count as heavy armor. If you had a plate mail set, you could replace your plate mail boots with this to get an extra armor class point.
With their plate armor?
It only goes with plate armor. This is part of a full plate set.
What happens if you're wearing
wait?
If you're wearing heavy armor and you don't have heavy armor proficiency?
If you don't have heavy armor proficiency, I think it does something bad, right? Gives you exhaustion or something.
Okay, but so if you're wearing one piece of armor of that type, you have to have the entire set to get that kind of level of protection. Otherwise, it would use like the lowest level protection, I'm guessing.
No. If I'm wearing any armor,
yeah.
If I'm wearing any armor, I can't benefit from my unarmored defense.
Oh, okay, that's what we're talking about.
Okay, so you currently have disadvantage on ability checks involving any ability, any saving throw, any attack roll involving strength or dexterity, and you can't cast spells.
Huh, well, that seems useless.
So I lose. I'm disadvantaged on dex and strength. Is that what you just said?
Well, I mean, they say any ability check, any saving throw, and any attack roll with strength or dex. So I guess if you had an attack roll based on wisdom, it wouldn't be affected.
Well, I have ability check based on strength.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that puts you in a real bad spot to wear those, but you can walk on lava, so it gives you the ability to get around areas you couldn't normally get. And if you look at the map, there is a rather large section of lava on this map, which you would not otherwise be able to explore without those boots.
Well, that is true. However, when I try those on and I feel weaker and they're so heavy, I'll take them off.
Yeah, you probably don't need them yet.
Yeah, I'll take them off until I think I need them.
Man, I sure am glad that I have a flying magic carpet.
Is anybody else proficient in heavy armor?
Nope.
Just soul?
Is this fire related?
It is actually, yeah.
Then I could wear them.
Yeah. You can wear heavy armor?
Anything related to fire he can use.
Oh.
That's
I'll give him. I'll hit him over to you then.
It's his domain feature. It's like if you were a war cleric, how you're able to use weapons as a cleric, but for him, it's anything
Yeah,
fire related.
You want these boots? They're yours, man.
Well, I already have boots, but thank you.
What kind of boots do you got? You want to trade boots?
The wing one, the wing type.
Trade with me. I'll take those boots and you take these ones.
What kind of a trade is that?
These ones are fire boots.
And they are +1 AC.
Yeah, and I still don't have the strength to carry them anyways.
No,
Oh, yeah.
There's no strength on these ones. No, there's no strength requirement on these ones.
That's true. Just the boots alone, you don't need the 15 strength.
They don't fit my armor. Sorry.
They're dwarven.
That's even worse.
The trick is to wear those boots with that cleric garb that lets you ignore the armor penalty.
Yeah. Maybe one day, but no, I prefer these ones. And don't you have boots that makes you jump or something?
No, I have a ring that makes me jump.
Oh, it's a giant.
I've been walking around barefoot, basically. I'm just wearing like, I'm wearing those free shoes, you know, the ones that are like low profile, make you super fast.
Actually, if I had to get rid of these boots that I have right now, I would give them to Oren, because I think he would be able to use them much better than anybody else.
He's a rogue, though.
No, the flying boots.
Oh, the flying ones, yeah.
That'd be very useful for him.
Give them to Orin. I don't care. I mean, you can have these boots, period. Like, if you want them, you can have them.
Would you be interested, Oren, in these flying boots?
I would. I absolutely would. I thought I had some other boots, but I apparently don't. I have it on. Oh, items. There we go. Where is it? I guess I don't. Oh yes, I do. Crowley leather boots. I do have some other boots already, but I can.
Are they magic boots?
They protect against fire.
Guys.
Yeah.
I did kind of have a shower I wanted to take.
Should we call it there?
Are they
20
Are they
pounds?
light
Yeah.
boots?
I think that's a good place to call it.
Are they light boots, Sky?
Yes. Leather boots.
Would you rather fly?
I would. Flying is great.
Well, why don't you just take them?
Yeah,
I'll give them to you.
The shuffle. Does anybody else need fire resistance boots? Light?
This is on the card in front of you.
Are you talking about your lava boots or the different fire resistant boots?
The lava boots are going to go to Grimoire. Grimoire's wind boots are going to go to Orin.
Yeah.
Orin has fire resistant boots.
I just put the card on your desk, Sky.
Oh, well, I don't really need fire resistance. I already have the Drake armor.
But yeah, I'll put on the lava boots then.
I don't know if Soul has fire resistant boots.
Is it only specifically
I
when you
don't
walk
think
on
so.
fire, or if you just take any fire damage?
Fire
Like,
damage.
in the
period.
face.
Fire
Where's
damage.
the lava boots?
The lava boots are on my card. On my.
Can you make me a card with it?
Yeah, you can just copy that card that's there.
Which one is it?
It's in the top left of my board. You just take the other thing off of the copy.
Yeah, that's one thing that Soul is not equipped with, is any boots.
So give him the Crowley leather boots. Which give him fire resistance.
Okay.
Help him.
We're
Everyone
trading
get a little
shoes.
shake up.
Hey, girl.
Which card is it?
Well, I have.
Like, mine are
Lava
in the
Walker
top
armor. Okay.
I didn't
Alright,
do
don't click on that card. I'm gonna unlock it. Okay.
Just copy it. Just copy the whole card.
I can just copy that section.
Okay.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna go.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
And thanks
Yeah,
for watching
remember
out there in
5 days.
Twitch land.